Got some burps. I'll be right back in a second. Going to get some water, and then we can start.
Sweet.
Sean, I can't hear you at all.
Like, at all, at all?
All. Oh, there you are now.
Okay. Sorry, it's confusing because I've been talking.
Yeah, I see your lips moving, and then it... Okay, maybe you press to talk, okay.
Yeah, I'm talking to someone here, so if I move my mouth, I'm not generally, you know... Don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah, I was making sure.
He's not talking to you.
I didn't mean it like that, you know what I mean.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Why is it doing this to me?
Because it's you.
Thanks, cuz.
I got you.
It's not... Philip! Help! Please.
Philip's eyes right now are pretty great.
Save me!
Oh, I need to add another.
Okay.
Chad, I'm having character sheet issues.
Having what?
What do I do? I'm having character sheet issues.
Specific.
Like, I put in my ability scores on the highlighter thing, and then it doesn't add the modifiers, and then when I click the highlighter thing, it says I have 0 to everything, and I'm at 10 for all my scores. And my saving throws are also at 0, except for the ones I'm proficient in. But my skills are working.
You have 0 in all of your saving throws.
I have 10 for everything. I rolled all 10s.
Okay, so
great.
you're...
Like, if you look at my sheet, does it look like that?
Where she is. What's your person's name?
Character. Don't have
His
a
name
name
is
yet.
Character. I don't see your sheet, which is
Well,
probably...
it's the one
Oh,
on
character.
the top.
No, it's the very
It's the
top.
top
That's confusing. Okay, so there's a drop-down menu called Characters, and then your person's called Character.
Yes, because I don't have a name for her.
It's weird.
You seeing it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Paladin 12, D10.
Because I'm supposed to, like...
Stats into Bonnie's thing.
It was like that with Vonnie, I think. Because I started putting stats in for her. And it also didn't work. I think. Yeah, no, I have -5 to all of Vonnie's stuff, except strength, which is +4.
I have -5.
Because it's at 0. Yeah, it's fun. If you want, I could play with, like, dice. And roll all my stuff. Which should be difficult. I think I can do it.
If you could do that this game, I'm sorry.
That's fine. We'll
We
figure
can
it out.
fix it after this session.
Okay. That'd be cool. Because I have I have it filled out all the way on paper.
Okay. And you know how to play with dice and all that, so you should be
I do.
good.
I DM on paper.
There,
Play
you
with
have more
dice.
experience than I do.
Yeah. We have...
I kind of wish we used dice and stuff, but we all live away from each other.
It's fun. Like, it's so satisfying rolling at just
Yeah.
20. I
I
wish.
played with Kelby, and like you can walk around the table and like scare people.
It's really fun when you get minis and stuff. Because then you get to, like, see
You're gonna be
oh,
that
man.
kind of DM that tries to scare people.
I am. That's a lot of fun because we played it like midnight outside, so it was like pitch black around. So I kind of walked around the table, and, like talked behind people. It was great.
That's dope.
Anyway, all right, let's hop in here so we don't take up too much time.
Sorry, Chad.
What? No, it's my
I'm sorry.
fault. I should have worked it out sooner. It's kind of a Last minute thing. Let's see. Time with the League of Extraordinary Adventurers. You guys got news from your dwarven banker friend Dunkirk in Maine that the High King under the mountain at Khazad Dreg had become grievously ill, causing the banners to be called in and all of the worth their weight in anything. Journey to Khazad Dreg in a mass pilgrimage to join a moot, or they will decide if the High King should be immediately replaced and replaced by who. Through the heavy snows of Foriul, you guys traveled 270 miles north with the aid of Chris's new. Fought some ogres, fought some orcs, came across a mysterious orc shaman, an Eye of Grimish, but eventually reached the exterior of the great dwarven house under the mountain. So, anyway, as you look down, tall mountain pass down below, you see the great dwarven city, which spills out into the beginnings of a huge alpine valley. The great aqueducts carry water out of the city over the walls and spill down in a great waterfall. The powerful river carved by the waterfalls themselves create a large chasm which separates the walled city from the rest of the valley floor. Two great bridges span the gap, each of which being held up by the great arms of carved dwarven warriors. At the end of each gate are stone carved walls with huge gates forged from dark wood and almost an ebony dark metal. Grundy recognizes it as Grumril, the almost an adamantite metal in strength. Yet, in this case, has been worked with meticulous workmanship, carving intricate designs into the gates themselves. The gates are open, and into it are spilling a large traffic of dwarves, gnomes, and huge hulking individuals wearing mountains of furs on their shoulders and long black capes. Of them drawing their possessions behind them, which are kind of gigantic rams, almost a little bit smaller than horses, through the snow. As you guys approach the gate, you can see of the dwarven city guards known as hammerers, and their name is well earned, for each of them carries a hammer which handle reaches than each individual character. They'll kind of give you a little bit of an eye, Grundy, as you guys pass through the city walls. But as you pass through the frigid valley and the high snows, the streets themselves are shoveled clean. Huge columns of smoke rise up into the air from various blast furnaces, from which infamous dwarven weapons, armor, and other artifacts are created. Inns around catering the many dwarves who had traveled north for the moot, each of which out from which each is spilling golden light and the smell of ale and freshly baked bread. As you travel further north under the great aqueducts, you get to a large square similar to nature. This one, it's cold of Foriul. There are many mercantile types running around trying to sell their goods. You guys would like to do?
Ever been to this city before?
Are you asking?
Grundy, have you ever been to the city before?
I have not.
Yeah.
I have not. Well, I came from Karagorn.
Like when everyone else was in Sarket, this is the same city.
Oh, this is the city? Okay, well, okay, I've been in the city, yeah.
You know where we should go then?
I assume the Carag. I put up towards the mountain.
Look towards where Grundy is pointing. You look across the large plaza towards a very, very imposing Grumriel door, which carves into the mountainside. Like 60 feet tall.
No point in dallying, I suppose.
DM, just a clarification, is Aethys with us at this time, or?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that too.
Yeah, just for brevity's sake. You guys were kind of slowed down a little bit, and he managed to catch up to you guys. Not tags. Would be here too.
I'm here.
Well, I suppose we'll follow Grundy.
I kind of hesitantly walk towards the gates.
Alright. So as you're walking towards the gate, the mountain to your vision, like you can't even see the sky unless if you look directly up. But as you get closer towards the stone corridor, you can see the huge carved dwarven warriors protecting the gate. More hammerers kind of occupy the space, the door closed behind them. Halt! You look towards one of the hammerers who has a pretty stereotypical, just a huge scar like right across the top of his forehead. Balding from burned patches of skin on top of his head.
I look at him, but don't meet him by the eye. Say, the Slayer seeks entry. Will you turn a blind eye to his transgressions?
I might. Judging on the intentions of your entry, what are you here for?
We are here to help the choosing of the new High King.
Supposing we even let you in, you're still a bit early. The moot is in 2 days hence.
Is there a place we could stay?
Burns, or for the likes of you, you could stay in the stables.
I put my head down, take a step back.
I follow Grundy's lead a moment. Hopper's feeling a bit out of place at the moment.
Yeah, I'll do that too, because dwarves and elves don't have a lot in common, so I don't really know how to act.
Also kind of gives you a bit of a stink eye. I hate this. However, Copper, you do notice they're a bit northern and more kind of a barbaric breed, but there are present a decently high population of gnomes. A lot of the shop owners themselves are actually the gnomes. Dwarves prefer to do more of the crafting. Gnomes are more salesmen. And also, gnomes do a lot of the enchanting work for the dwarves. Dwarves like forging, not necessarily enchanting. If we're being super stereotypical about it. There are exceptions, of course, but...
Ulrich will step forward and say, "Is there not a better place we could stay? We were sent by royalty from Maine."
You'll have to look in the square. There are many inns around. Queen, you can find entry. But as you say, as the moot is near under here too, you might be lucky if you can find an empty mattress.
Thank you for your time. I suspect.
Mention the spell after all.
I guess we head back.
Everybody roll a perception check.
That's alright.
Okay. Wait. Ooh. You're kind of distracted from the conversation a bit, and as you're kind of turning around looking at the square behind you, you can kind of catch a glimpse of... Looks like a gnome, but somebody's watching the party.
Is he just staring at us, or?
He is staring at the party until you lock eyes, like in actual eye contact for a little bit. But then, like as soon as he notices that, he kind of directs his attention to the side, back to his work at a a stall with various weaponry on it.
Square, then see what we can find.
Okay.
How deep is the snow right now?
The city itself is actually almost non-existent. It's strange. It's on the rooftops of most of the tall, the dwarven buildings, mostly constructed of stone and pine. But on the roads, it's almost non-existent. Weird, like, roll another perception check, just cause.
I've been down and I touched the road.
The road itself is almost giving off like a faint warmth to it, and also you notice now that there are gutters of all the streets. Like when some of the snow hits, it melts instantly and the water flows into the side gutters, feeding towards the outside of the city, feeding into the river.
What do we see in the square? Watching us.
Square, there are many craftsmen, some practicing, simple smithing work for like ram shoes. Other ones are just making. You notice the smiths are actually working on armor, a very signature armor, very similar in appearance to the hammer's armor itself. Identical. Like they're all working on to clothe the army.
Same stuff.
Or, sorry.
Same type of armor.
They're all making like the heavy plate armor worn by the hammerers.
All stalls and blacksmiths.
Most of the blacksmiths, that's like what most of the production is here. You also start looking around, you start seeing more of the far Nordlings, the wanderers from selling huge bundles of furs. Yeah.
Signs for something like an inn or...
Okay. Yeah, so... Yeah, so you start walking around the outskirt of the square itself, and you come across a sign with multiple languages on it. One of them Gnomish, the other Dwarvish. But a rough translation would be about the Stonecutter's Respite. Very simple.
Lead the party toward it.
Okay. As you're walking towards the inn, you hear kind of a voice come from behind you. Excuse me, Master Dwarf. Pardon my rude introduction. My name, of course, is sorry. What all are you doing in this fine city?
Who's speaking at the moment?
You look down and you see a gnomish individual. In fact, the gnomish individual that was staring at you from before. He's a younger looking gnome wearing a of sorts, kind of collared and lined with warm winter fur. His high up, and you kind of notice on his hands and forearms scars from various large teeth-based wounds. I'm sorry to be so rude and possibly forward, but that hammer, Mr. Dwarf.
You're cutting out, Chad. Might want to lower your threshold or something.
Okay. My bad. Okay. Did you hear any of that or no?
I heard something about a hammer. I'm guessing he's asking where my hammer's from.
Pardon me, Master Dwarf. I don't mean to be so forward, but if you don't mind me asking, where did you get your hammer, sir?
Maine.
Do you always fight with it when it's asleep?
Not always. If I want a challenge.
Uncomfortably walks even closer to you, kind of ignoring you almost, and just like staring at the hammer. He's like, "This workmanship is exquisite. Gnomish, if I'm not mistaken."
You can touch it if you want. For 2 crowns. I'll even light it
It's
for
more
5.
than that. From you.
You just dropped out again, Chad.
I would. Am I still here? No.
Yeah, you're here, but
I would buy it from you if you're interested. How about 7,000 gold?
have to be a hefty wagon bigger than that.
All right, you'll think about it then. How about you follow me to my shop? I'm certain there is something about your hammer you're not quite aware of. If my eyes do not deceive me, I believe some of the scroll work, the runes, they're dormant. Have a look at for you, if you don't mind. Free of charge. I always love working with artifacts.
I don't mind. Lead the way, Master Gnome.
Me? Okay.
And I follow along behind, having nothing better to do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of.
You begin walking ways past past the majority of the shops of the other blacksmiths, kind of down a winding alley, and a on the wall type store at the very end of an alleyway. Sitting next to it on a barrel, another strange Nordling. Hyra.
You're cutting out like the worst moments. Try turning it off completely.
I'm gonna totally relog. What the heck? In? Do I just hear? Okay.
Hi.
You?
Yeah. So far.
Okay. So as you're walking down the alley towards the hole in the wall shop, on a barrel waiting to be served, you see a lady's Tyra. It's still really bad.
Yeah, just cut out again.
Cuts out at the beginning of every sentence. Oh, again. Seth can hear you.
Oh, well, that's good for Seth. But
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about, chat. I just logged on for a second to listen, and I can hear everything you're saying, so.
Okay. Oh wait, are you on? No, you're not on.
So,
Can we try just talking on Roll20 and see if that works?
I think Seth is on. Yeah, Seth is on Discord.
I can
Try talking on
Or
Roll20.
you could just
I can
turn
try
it on.
unmuting you on Roll20 and
So I think I'm broadcasting on Roll20 too. If you guys want to try and see if that works better.
Alright.
Alright, there you go.
Say something.
Hello? Is that any better?
That's better.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm having problems with the Discord app, so I was just using the
Well, that's lame.
browser version. I don't think it was working quite as well. Is everybody here? Sean, are you here? Sean? Yeah.
Chad. Oh, wait. He can't hear me. Hey, Chad. Can you hear me? Woo, technology!
That was a mistimed yeah. So,
Philip,
In
can you
Discord?
hear me at least?
yeah, no.
Yay! I'm not alone.
Is Jenny here?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Jenny?
Okay, does this work now?
Yeah.
Should I get off Discord?
Yeah. Jenny?
I can't hear Chad on.
I'm still using Discord.
I'm still on Discord.
Oh, here we go.
Chad, say something.
Hello.
Well, everyone's leaving Discord.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm staying on Discord because I can't hear anyone else.
Well then, turn on your.
Hello?
I guess I'm on Discord again.
Yep,
I don't
can't hear
understand
anyone
that
on
this
Roll20.
doesn't work for me. She just doesn't know how to change the settings for herself. Go to settings and
Hello? Chad, God damn it, Chad.
it's Jimmy.
Can't hear Chad. Who can hear Chad?
I can hear Chad.
Damn it. I'm glad Chad can hear Chad. That's great.
So, Philip, can you talk?
Did you raise your hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chad raised his hand. He's like,
That's pretty great.
glad that Chad can hear Chad. Because if Chad couldn't hear Chad, that would just be.
Can she look in the chat and this look at what I sent her? Because I'm
Ooh,
sure it's a
Sean,
problem.
I got this at medieval times.
Sean,
awesome.
could you
Yeah.
could you talk
It's
to
really
her for
fucking
me?
heavy, so I have to like two-hand
To
it.
Jenny?
Yeah.
What?
Because she's not listening to anything I'm saying. Could you tell her to go under her settings and roll 20
What are we saying?
Yeah, Jenny, go into your settings in Roll20,
and go down to
Mhm.
video and voice?
and then go to video and voice and say,
I'm
"I want to
broadcasting and
broadcast
receiving both.
and receiving video and voice for both of them.
I already have that on.
Video
For
and
both of
voice.
Mm-hmm.
Then
I'm
Video and
broadcasting and
voice?
receiving.
ask her.
Yes, Sean.
And then hit reconnect. Just hit reconnect.
I have done that.
Do again.
Then ask
Chad,
her
say
if ask her if I'm muted to for her. Because you can
Can you
mute.
do that in Roll20?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can mute.
Yeah, on the bottom of the icons.
I have no idea how I would even do that.
Hover over your window.
Chad, why can't you just fix your Discord?
Can't you just put yourself in both of them, Roll20 and Discord, Chad?
Yeah, but I was cutting out in Discord. And
Ooh, Chad, are you having issues with the app?
is she muted?
Try logging
Am I
in
muted for
on your
her?
browser. Just like go to discord.com and then
Ask
log
her
in
if
through
I'm
there,
muted
because that's
for
how
her.
I use Discord for a long
Jenny,
time.
is
before I got
Chad
the app.
muted for you? Roll over his picture and see if it's white or if
It's
it's
not
like,
muted.
dark.
It's not muted.
Okay, she says you're not muted, so.
We're fine. Hello.
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 Chad. No.
Just unmute yourself on Discord. It's better than nothing.
Give me a second.
Woo, technology, yay! Don't you love being a millennial? Isn't it great?
What does that have to do with it?
Philip, don't look at me.
Hey, Sean, push to talk doesn't work on the Roll20. I'm just doing set up for Roll20. Can I be heard?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Okay.
can hear
Can you hear me? Chad, your beautiful voice
you. Okay,
has
now
graced
you're
my
echoing.
ears. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Do I still have to broadcast in Roll20?
So you guys might have to meet me on Discord.
I did.
Oh, great.
I did.
You're
I-
echoey
You're
too.
muted by default.
I'm fine.
Aw, thanks, dude.
Sean, are you using push to
Now
talk?
I can hear Chad. Yay.
I don't think
But
Sean
I don't
can
think
hear me.
my Roll20 is working because now I can't hear Chris.
Alright, we'll double up again. Hold on. Okay, double up here.
Oh, there's Chris. Alright. The show must go on.
So let me mute myself here on Roll20 then. Can I still be heard?
Guys, I dyed the tips of my head blue. This is not blue. This is red. I did it. In case
Okay,
you
can
didn't
everybody hear everyone else?
Okay.
know. Everyone say something.
Like Sean can
Pizza.
hear Chris.
I think I can, yeah.
Philip, say something.
Like Chris say something.
Can you hear me?
Chris?
Chris.
I can't hear Chris.
Chris?
So,
Wait,
Yeah, I can hear
continuously talk. Chris, continuously
Talking,
talk.
talking.
Okay,
Talking.
you're good. I think there's just something wrong because like
hello.
your first few words usually get cut off anyway, so that's normal.
Activity.
Yeah, that's just that. So we gotta hear every word.
So, let's do a head count. Chris.
That's not. That's like.
Chris will be president. Chris?
Apparently not.
Chris? Yeah,
He doesn't sound very present to me.
Sean. Sean.
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't ask if I was here.
I know you're here.
Here!
Hey, your name is Tyra?
Yeah.
Like Tyga, but different.
No, actually, I think it's Tira.
Oh, it's Tira?
Might be.
Can everybody hear me?
I almost went with Astrid, but you know.
Okay, you can talk about it.
Yeah, chat, I can hear you.
Yeah, okay.
Tyra.
Okay.
Tyra.
Alrighty.
And we're back,
Awesome
ladies and
Twitter just like
gentlemen.
ran into it.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so you guys follow this interesting gnomish gentleman named Lombardi
Maybe I definitely
away from the central square of the city, down a few corridors until you finally reach
There's
a
nothing wrong
hole-in-the-wall
with it.
shop,
Any way, shape, or form.
where currently waiting outside is a
Yeah, it's like
Um,
slightly.
northern maiden,
We can hear you.
Jenny.
Is it
Wait, you
me?
can hear me on roll 20?
Yes.
Is it
That's
me?
unfortunate.
Hold on,
Okay, what's
I'm gonna put it in a. Hold on, I'm putting in a spell.
It's her fault.
Okay, so what?
Damn it, woman!
Women are the source of all evil.
Gosh, women are terrible. Don't you just hate women?
All right.
I do.
All right. Reel it in, boys.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so get to this hole-in-the-wall shop. You see a lady humanoid character. What do they see?
Okay, so obviously, she's pretty freaking muscular. She's not heckin' tall. Let me take my shoes off. It's getting serious. Okay, so not heckin' tall, but pretty decent. So you walk up, you see a human-looking person with fair skin, considerable amount of scars. She's got a pretty badass one on her face. A blonde hair that's like braided back, all badass Viking style. She's in chainmail. She's got a shield on her back and a long sword at her hip because honestly, swords on your back is kind of impractical. Sorry, Geralt. And she's got a holy symbol around her neck.
Did you say what race or no?
She's
Humans.
human,
Let's see.
sadly.
Let's see. Okay.
And the symbol is of a hammer. She's got a hammer hanging from her neck. She's fucking badass.
I'm sorry. To keep you waiting. Shop's open for business. He pulls out of his pocket a intricate golden key, puts it into the lock, opens it up, swings it open. May I welcome you all to Lombardi's Sorcerer's Arsenal. Please follow me. So, Dwarf, if you wouldn't mind placing your hammer here on the table. You guys look around. It's a very modest sized room. However, everything in here is lavish, like gold trimmed rugs, fireplace currently cold, but with a flick of his finger it blazes to life. Let me just warm it up in here a bit. Air's a bit nippy this season. Behind him on the wall is an array of magically enchanted weapons with intricately carved runes, small display cases with rings, various other fineries befitting any adventurer. Please, right here on this, on the counter here.
Put it on the counter.
Was it there on the counter? He pulls out from under the counter a strange-looking device. It's almost like bifocals, except there are several sets of lenses which you can kind of raise and lower. Interesting. He looks up and like his eyes are just blown out of proportion based on the magnification. He's just kind of like looking around. Yes, this is in fact of gnomish make. Fascinating. I might have something for this in the back. He picks up the hammer, starts walking to the back room.
Stand there awkwardly.
Closes the door. You hear like an arcane flash and a light source shoot out from under the door, and immediately the fireplace goes dark. All of the weapons on the wall reveal their true form as to be just brooms and other just planks kind of nailed to the wall. The rings are just buttons in a basket. There's spider webs in the corners. It's just a blank, nondescript side corner alley room.
Dwarf, I believe you just got robbed.
I ignore her and look towards the door expectantly.
I can't hear the dwarf.
I say I look towards the door expectantly.
Okay, you sit there, kind of rolling back on your ankles, kind of like rubbing your hands in anticipation. 30 seconds go by. The rest of your party seems concerned for you as they're like looking around the rest of the room.
I go into the door.
Okay. You open the back room, and it's just, it's like, it's very barren. Even more spiderwebs in here than before, and it's actually not even a room. It's literally just a closet, like a side kind of
Great.
pantry.
DM take my weapon. Great.
Yep, that happened.
GG. I'm done. He sits on the floor.
Last playing, guys.
If anybody, no, we're not. Okay, it's an adventure hook.
I wanna
Does anyone-
look.
Did anyone catch his name? Because if we have his real name, I can just bring him back.
Chat said it, but then it cut out.
He said his name was He said his name was Lombardi.
Lombardi.
Is that his real name or his fake name? Can I do an insight check on that?
Can I?
Yes.
Yeah. Could I have like incited? I feel like I should have. Sorry, I was trying to put spells in, so I was only being attention all the time. Can I just like investigate the
roll it?
room? Kinda.
Oh.
Ooh, that is not. Oh wait, no, it's fine. That's 19.
Chad, can I like look around the room?
The
For...
dude looked pretty shifty. Like every time he was talking, he was like staring at the hammer itself.
Yes.
He was staring at the hammer itself, not ever really referring to any individual character. You're getting the sense that he was a liar for the most part, judging by the current appearance of his magic shop. I don't know if you'd be able to discern if it was his true name or not, but...
Well,
Wow.
I would need his true name in order to be able to bring him back to us.
Why don't you just say that name, and we just beat the shit out of whoever comes?
Because it's a 9th level spell and I only have one and it's worth a ton of money.
Oh. I mean, I'm worth it.
Have you guys ever been here before? I hate to interrupt.
Investigation
your
checks
bad
are
stuff.
available. Arcana checks are available.
But,
Oh
I'd
shoot!
like to
I'll do-
roll a. I'm not very good at Arcana.
Okay.
Can I
Add
roll an
D4s to other people's
investigation
rolls.
check? Yeah, I'm gonna roll an investigation check.
Okay. With your Arcana check is out of this world, so it's fine. As you kind of follow Grundy, as his shoulders sink and he kind of gives into momentary despair, you look at the floor of the back room, as it were, and with your very extensive knowledge of teleportation, especially cultivated over the last year, you look on the floor and notice sigils and arcane runes, which seem to indicate that the individual used a localized teleportation-like spell. It's not as long range by any means as the type you used before. Also, let's see. You get the feeling that he teleported out of the city, but towards the east.
Yeah, can you just use the sigil and just go through it? Yeah. Like, could you teleport us to the same location because it's got directions on the floor?
I'd have you cast it and then do a check based on your spellcasting ability. So I think you use intelligence, so just cast teleportation with a intelligence. Is anybody wanting to? Oh, also, as you guys are investigating around the shop, you see that the individual who was outside is standing there, just kind of looking around and laughing.
Am I the individual?
I think.
Am
Right?
I the individual?
Jenny?
I'm the individual?
You think so?
Jenny,
I'm
you're
not sure.
there.
Oh, okay. Chad, I've been here before. Like, this is like, I'm familiar with this town and stuff, right? Okay, that's what I thought. If you don't mind me commenting on your current predicament, I believe you just got robbed.
That was a nicer way of what I was going to say, but okay.
I'm also assuming you've never been here before, if you got robbed that easily.
Oh, stay quiet. I'm just right in the face.
I'm truly sorry. I'm talking more to Grundy now. I'm truly sorry, Dwarf.
Why do you care?
Well, because I am quite attached to my weapon, and I would be heartbroken if it was stolen from me. Where are you all from?
Everywhere.
Huh. I see.
This is what I
South?
get for entering Indawi grounds.
You're Dowie, aren't you?
Is there a reason you shouldn't enter them?
Or you're just a really tall gnome?
I'm a slayer. I'm an exile. I'm not supposed to be here.
Why are you here, then?
Grundy,
You know the rules.
as you're looking up past her, you notice a slight gleam on one of the kind of tottering shelves behind, like directly behind her face on the wall.
What's directly behind her face?
Directly behind her face on a shelf is like a metallic gleaming kind of out of place here in this room.
I apologize for my manners. My name is Tira. Tira. Not Tira. Tyra. What are you guys doing here? You don't look... You have a high elf, a gnome, a human, and this ex-slayer. I'm sorry, what did you say? I'm curious and I'm bored.
Yes, we're the diversity committee. What do you want?
Snarky.
I just think it's rather amusing that an intelligent young man such as yourself just got robbed by
And I can help you.
And I might be able to help you. I was getting there, Chad.
You might get a better reception if you start with that.
I see. My apologies.
I point at the shiny thing for Ulrich, and he goes over and looks at it.
Okay, as Ulrich walks towards the shelf and picks it up, he's like, does this look, significant to anybody? He holds in his hand a marble-sized glass orb, and kind of held under it in the weight is a small crinkled piece of parchment. Yeah, okay, kind of like, it's not in a language I understand. Somebody speak Gnomish? Alright, he hands it to you. A very simple, short letter, a call to arms, as it were. Wanted mercenaries in search of magical items of antiquity. He labels the street address of this shop and signs it Elven Cloak.
He hands it off to Copper. Inquisitively.
The marble, the glass marble. Yes. Yes. It appears to be a sending stone of a sort, almost like with a one-way enchantment, which it's basically a arcane bug, as it were. It can listen into conversations and communicate them back to a certain point in space. It appears to be a receiver. I mean, a transmitter, sorry. Yeah.
Is there any way you can figure out where that point in space is from that?
If it is a teleporting thing, I could use this to attempt to from a location. I believe I can use this to attempt to help track it a little better. It'll at least lessen the odds of a mishap.
Yeah, if you use it in conjunction with your own circle.
Then I'll finish drawing the circle and attempt to use the stone. Teleport spell then.
Okay. Alright.
Are you all ready?
Sure, why not?
Yep.
Coming.
Oh, I'm coming. This will be interesting. And you might need an extra sword, because it looks like he just got his snagged. My deepest condolences.
Ulrich tries to offer you one of his swords, Grundy.
A sword is a woman's weapon. No offense, Ulrich.
Okay.
Maybe this woman should show you a thing or two about how to use them then.
Maybe this woman should learn to face disappointment.
Should go walking off in the other direction.
What are you going to do about it? You're weaponless.
Teleport.
I think you should take me with you.
I say the word teleport. I hold the stone above me.
Teleport. Alright, make a intelligence check with advantage.
Oh.
I'm guidancing everything he does.
Wait, what level he's
Actually-
casting this at?
Actually, how does this
It'd
work?
be just a D100, isn't it?
Yeah, do your D100 with advantage.
Alright, let's see. D100.
Wait, can I guidance his D100?
There's 1 and 2.
Why not?
Okay.
It's at least an 84. Which should be within the safe
I'll
range.
see you guys when you get back.
We didn't take her.
Well, I would imagine not.
I'm not taking her. I don't know her. We've already been robbed once. For all we know, this is an accomplice.
She insulted us and then just like taking you with you.
Got a point.
Not like she ingratiated herself. And I can choose who goes with us, so...
I'm not good at introductions, guys. I'm really bad at
We'll run
introducing
into her
new
again.
characters. It's hella awkward. Fine, I need to put spells in my book anyway.
Okay.
Feels bad, man. I'm just hella
Feels
bad at
bad.
introductions.
You just need to be like, hey, I'm sorry, can I help you?
Well, they're gonna say no. It's fine. I'll just sit somewhere and cry about this later.
Tira learned a very valuable lesson today.
Fuck new people. New people are lame.
Exactly.
Just gonna go hang out with my friends.
Philip lost his hammer. He don't know shit.
Oh man.
Hey man, Philip's an idiot for getting his hammer lost, to be honest. Come on. Vonnie would have seen right through that. What happened?
Yeah,
here?
I would have been a little bit less caring, or more, you know what I mean.
Yeah. I was
Sorry,
role
I
Too
playing.
preoccupied
I
with
was
some
trying to
things.
make him seem creepy. I think I did a good job. I'm
Oh,
sorry
you
that I haven't-
kind of... Yeah, the dropping out, I think.
Yeah,
is
the
the problem.
They're in a
dropping
new
out.
place.
Oh, really? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And they're looking for friends. Chad,
sorry.
come on.
I'm sorry.
They're
I
looking
thought it
for
was-
All we have to do is
friends.
get
They'll
Grundy
trust
his
anyone.
hammer back.
I thought I was a bit more shady.
No, you need to work on your shady.
No, he was like watching you guys from across the place, and then he like just showed up, and he was like immediately interested in your hammer. He tried to buy it.
I watched you
He said
guys
no.
and I just
He's like-
showed up.
He tried to buy it. You guys said no, and then he was like, "Okay, follow me to my shop. I'll help you guys out for free." And then you're like, "Oh yeah, sure."
You were breaking up the whole time. I didn't even
Sorry,
hear you
no,
try
no.
to buy him.
Sorry, my bad. That's what I
Fine.
meant for you guys to hear. Hopefully, it's better now.
Oh, Christ.
My apologize. My apologies. All right. So anyway, go 84. You feel the familiar sensation kick in through your gut. The strange acceleration through the dark, and immediately your vision is shocked white with the light of daylight and the reflections of the light off the thick white snow surrounding the mountain valley, which actually you're standing on top of a glacier. The dark blue ice surrounding you in pretty much every direction. But you're on a level plain looking out across. You see what seems to be
Listen, don't cry.
a strange column of smoke curling up from the side of the mountain towards the north of you.
Can we see the, what's that? Oh, just trying to get my bearings. Smoke is the city we just came from.
No, it's in a completely different direction. Like looking to the east, you can see the many columns of smoke coming from Khazad-Dreg. This one is like it's about the size of a overnight kind of camping type fire.
And from where we arrived, can we see any footprints or paths in the snow? Did we happen to arrive in the right spot, or?
You are unaware currently. Looking around, you see. You do actually make a survival check. Anyone?
Except me.
Oh, that's not my fault. I'm sorry.
You just threw me in without any help. Thanks.
It's called improvisational theater.
Yeah, but they're not friendly people.
You weren't friendly either.
Friendly. We went to talk to this random unknown fellow. He was perfectly friendly too.
Well, you know, it's not my fault that
Did
you
an
guys are
insult
hella
and then say,
gullible.
"Hey, what a stupid
Vonnie
camera! Let me see
would
it."
be so freaking disappointed with you guys right now.
Well, she's not here. She's across the
You
unending
can feel
sea.
her disappointment
No,
from
you can't.
Sarkat. I hope you feel disappointed.
All right, Professor Collarbane, looking on the ground with your survival, not necessarily instinct, but book-learned survival skills. Looking around, you do see several large footprints. Not of a human.
Large footprints.
Not of a human. Of. You think a polar bear, maybe? What? I keep missing the first words.
Not of a gnome.
Correct.
I mean, maybe it's like a Doppler or something.
It's unlikely, but possible. Maybe he polymorphed a fizzle wizard. I think our best choice is to go see if we can follow that smoke there.
I thought he said there was a ton of smoke.
No, there's a lot of smoke coming from the east, which you rightfully assume is Khazad-Dreg. The smoke to the north of you seems to be coming from a single small source.
Alright.
Alright, so, shall we head there then?
Are the footprints going towards that source or no?
Yes.
Alright. Let's...
Like, vaguely. Alright. So, traveling north of further, everybody make a perception check. Okay, Grundy. Continuing to walk north, you guys, it takes you longer than normal to traverse this terrain with the large kind of crags of ice and random crevices. With Grundy's help, you're able to scout out kind of where these large crevices are, and he can kind of lead you around the deadly natural traps. As you keep moving forward, you hear, you exit the side of the glacier, and you enter just a flat plain of freshly fallen snow. The footprints begin to kind of patter out, or I guess. The snow begins to fall at a faster rate and begins to fill in the footprints leading ahead of you. Make another perception check or investigation check. Okay. Grundy, it's kind of hard pressed to see anything farther than about 100 feet a field of you, but you kind of hear something, like you hear the very, very soft falling of snow, but then you hear kind of a padding of large feet running towards your direction. You turn in a moment to see about 40 feet away from you, you see the 3 black dots, 2 pure black eyes and a large nose of a polar bear charging towards you. Everybody roll for initiative. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so pretty good.
Oh, we're doing exterior checks.
Okay, so we have Ulrich. We have Grundy, Aethys, Copper. Okay. Okay, so Ulrich spins on a pivot, drawing his sword or gun, whichever you choose to use. The bear, now that you get a better look, it's there's not going to be a map for this. There's a it's a very, very big bear standing just on its 4 feet. Its head is about 7 feet off the ground, weighing in about, you're guessing, just south of a ton. Actually appearing to be a dire polar bear, charging towards you. He's about 40 feet in front of Ulrich. What do you want to do, Grundy, Ulrich?
Dwarven Thunder.
Okay. So kind of kneeling down, planting his shield on the ground and using it as a makeshift tripod, he fires gun. The bullet kind of makes the bear, there's the impact, and he kind of staggers to a side, slowing down his advancement. Let's see. So I think you can do that twice, Philip.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, so your companion firing his gun twice, the pluming white smoke also kind of distorting your vision a little bit, the heavy snow falling on your face. Grundy, you turn, reach for your hammer, realize it's not there, grab for the next best thing. What do you want to do?
I'm going to rage.
Hold on.
I'm going to rage, click my Boots of Haste, and then attack twice with my pickaxe.
Okay. Raging and clicking your Boots of Haste, you feel this sensation which you felt many times before, but at this point it's almost like it's strange. It's such a rush. It's like no other physical high you've ever experienced, like better than carnal pleasures or just the joy you get from drinking. You feel this just adrenaline rush hit you. You draw your Slayer pickaxes and run forward. The first one, you try to swing, the dire bear's forepaw just kind of swipes you out of the way and knocks you flat on the back, but you do kind of a kip up with your pick and just bury it into the side of the rib cage. The bear, roaring out in pain. Awesome. Okay, so It's now Aethys' turn. Aethys is gone. Copper's turn.
I am going to attempt to cast Polymorph.
Polymorph. Okay.
Wait, I got higher than Copper, technically.
I know, but you weren't there.
Oh, you weren't here.
You got temporarily skipped.
Hey, I mean, he hasn't gone yet, but whatever.
Well, he cast his thing. Okay, so what are you doing?
I'm trying to turn it into a squirrel.
Okay, Wisdom save. Natural 1. You see the bear, with a pickaxe in it. Immediately the pickaxe isn't stuck into anything anymore. Just in loose space, it kind of falls into the snow, right next to an adorable little squirrel who's trying to bite at Grundy's foot.
No time that spell works.
You're not fighting a creature with like legendary resistance stuff.
Yeah, that's my turn, so.
Okay, Aethys.
Well, now if I attack it, I'm gonna break it, right?
Yep. I mean, you can always try.
How much did you say it weighed?
Oh, was there a? It was.
It currently is a very small animal, so.
It's currently a very small animal.
But if it, I was gonna put it in my bag of holding, but I don't want it to explode out into like a bajillion pounds and just wreck my bag.
Yeah, I said it weighed just south of a ton. It's a very, very, very big bear.
But it doesn't weigh that one. It's a squirrel, right?
No.
So just pick it up,
And throw it off the glacier.
tie a string to its tail, and hang it from a tree branch.
This is Grundy talking.
This is Honor talking.
Can I try and ascertain if it's really? No, it's actually a squirrel now. Fuck, I can't do that.
Yeah, see, my thoughts are is that it's our wizard friend who transformed himself to a polymorph, but easily, so it might not be.
I don't think so.
I am going to calm emotions because I have nothing else to do. I'm going to calm the squirrel. And then I'm going to shield the faith myself.
Okay. I mean, I think he just... Let me see if he... Yeah, so he fails calm emotions. It's no longer trying to ferociously
So it's a very calm
Grundy's
squirrel.
toe.
Thanks for saving me from rabies.
That's my
Can we
turn.
just go
I
now?
don't like Grundy's new voice.
I'm not. It's
Grundy's not very talkative these days. Grundy's been silent for like the last 3 sessions.
Yeah, he's angry. He knew his hammer was gonna be stolen. This is just like fuck Grundy, the campaign. It's
I'm
got
trying
through
to do
so much
something
shit.
cool. I'm sorry. Doing something different.
Whose turn is it?
Salty.
Okay, I mean, I don't know if we're still doing turns or not.
Okay, Grundy's gonna pick up the squirrel by the tail.
Oh
Okay.
shit. You know if you injure it, it turns into a polar bear, right?
Yeah. I'll
Well, only if he gets rid of all of his health points.
Okay. Did I pick it up?
Yeah.
Is there a cliff somewhere?
Oh shit.
There are the crags of the glacier south of you.
Can you just wind up and pitch it?
Swing it. How far?
How far? Roll a athletics check with advantage because you're kind of raging.
Oh, my rage ends if I'm not attacked.
I know, but it's close enough to when you are. Just for fun. Just roll.
A check?
Yeah.
Guys, this is a lovely drive.
that Draven in the background?
Yes.
Yeah, he's
So
just
the
wandering.
fans-
No. Does it need to be?
Okay. Well, you kind of like grab the squirrel by its tail and kind of like wind it up like you're doing a
I was just
sling.
gonna drop it. I don't want
You just
to.
gonna
Don't want
drop
to take the chance. I'm just gonna drop it in the crag.
Oh, he wants to
so
drop it
you-
off a cliff rather than pitching it.
Okay, so you travel. Okay, so you
Travel
you
southward.
You kind of travel
my-
south a little bit back to the glacier. The November snowstorm, ever increasing its intensity, but you managed with the help of your newly purchased snowshoes to get to the edge of the
The deepest crag.
the crag of the glacier. Dropping it, it falls. You see the squirrel like bounce off the side, like land at the very bottom, kind of like, and expand into this polar bear, which
Not
is
stuck in a
confined.
crag.
Yeah, it's confined into a very, very uncomfortable size, and it's almost like crushing itself. You hear it roar out a very painful
Aw, you
scream.
guys.
And as it does, it lets off kind of like a slight glacier avalanche, and a bit of the snow falls and ice and covers it up.
Watch it
You
just
kinda-
be a random polar bear, and
You kinda
not
like-
at all.
Kind of dust off your arms and
Yeah.
your hands.
You guys.
Around the back of the
It
party.
wasn't a normal polar bear. It was like a dire one. It's evil and corrupted.
Yeah, it's dire.
Sorry.
Alright, now
Your
let's go back
morals are
first and try to find
shady.
that smoke.
Okay, roll a perception check, everyone. Again.
Except me.
I've been rolling really shit today.
Been really mixed.
Okay, so Grundy once again being the hero of this adventure apparently. Yeah, Grundy and Ulrich, the biting winds blowing past your uncovered faces and kind of biting into your extremities, like your noses and your fingers. Your vision is blurred by the intense snowfall, but both Ulrich and Grundy, experienced in mountain climbs, managed to pick out the difference in tonality between the smoke and the snow, and begin to trudge forward slowly. But about 20 minutes later, you guys reach the face of the mountain and what appears to be the opening of a cave. The smoke lazily curling off the roof of the cave and floating up from there. As you get closer, it's kind of hard to discern from farther away because it's covered in hoarfrost and snow. But there is, in fact, a large wooden structure which is half concealing the entrance of the cave. A large wooden wall made of roughly hewn logs, just half covering the cave. As you guys, yeah. So you're faced with the cave entrance. So you're gonna giving you some free will here. What do you want to do with that?
Shall we knock
That would be
Let's
the
just investigate first.
with a fireball?
I'm gonna investigate.
Okay. What specifically are you investigating for? Just-
Just looking at the entrance, are there any signs, any marks, that, besides the smoke, that anybody lives here?
Okay. Looking down towards the entrance, not in the fresh snow itself. The snowfall is kind of blocked by the wooden door structure where you are currently. But there is older snow, which is kind of turned into more of a kind of compact ice material. That itself has footprints from many individuals wearing different types of shoe encasings and also different sizes, walking in and out. Nothing fresh looks to be this. There isn't really anything super fresh you can pick out and discern. but this does appear to be a lived-in cave.
There's nothing across the entrance to block us from going in, is there?
Right. It's not really even a door. It's like a wall sort of structure to block visibility from certain angles, and also to block the snowfall from entering inside the cave. But nothing is blocking you visibly. Except as you look in, you do see kind of further into the cave a haphazardly built, like waist-high stone wall with some sharpened wooden spits coming out, like to make a fortified structure. But it only covers about half the cave entrance, like the opposite half from the wall itself.
Should we call out?
No, sorry.
Suppose.
Then Copper calls out, "Hello? Anyone there?"
Okay. I mean... okay, you call out to hear if anyone's there. You hear the echoing of your voice entering the caves. Hello, hello! Is anyone there? No call or response. You hear... roll a perception check again.
Investigation.
Perception. Aethys also roll because you have high passive. Actually, yeah. Both of you, like when Copper's voice initially entered, it was still, but then there was a slight shuffling movement inside the cave. You can also hear small rocks kind of rolling around, falling off the wall a little bit, kind of scattering onto the floor of the stone cave.
Something knocked them off, or is it our voice that knocked them off?
Also, staring across the entrance, you notice, so there's the half wooden wall, which is blocking the right side of the cave entrance. There's the stone and wooden spike fortification wall covering the left side. But then on the right of that, there's a thin, almost imperceptible wire running taut across the floor.
Well then, I'm going to point out the wire and tell us we should probably start moving in, but be on our guards.
Can we see the back of the place or no?
Yes. Staring in, you can see it enters in about 30-35 feet before you enter the back of the stone wall. It's not a very deep cave, but from this point of view, it looks like a very, very wide cave. So, like, there's darkness to the left and to the right of the door, but you can actually see the stone face in the very front of you.
Alright, I'm going to start carefully entering the cave, then pointing out the tripwire and carefully stepping over it.
Okay. Marking it, everyone carefully steps over the trap. Now, looking immediately to your right, you notice a kind of roughly constructed, but a very ingenious construction. A wooden ramp with 3 large logs held by a single wooden dowel pin, which, if the wire was tripped, would have been released and the logs would roll down, crushing a hapless victim. now entering into the cave itself, it's perfect darkness. There are no light sources, which is strange considering that there's a flow of smoke curling above your heads and exiting the entrance. The cave itself is dark. Immediately in front of you, Copper, you swear you see a figure of a man kind of hunched over.
With my dark vision, I can make him out, correct?
Correct. So you look across the way and you can see a man. No, it's a statue of a man, just kind of hunched over, slightly cracked. And as you turn around to tell the rest of your party, your vision kind of pans to the right and you see 3 or 4 statues of various individuals, different sizes, different costumes.
On plinths, or are they on the floor? Are they?
They're just on the floor.
Well, that looks like petrification to me.
I was about to say the same thing.
You also notice a few. It's like the bed of the cave, or the floor of the cave is a very smooth stone, but in a few areas there are just piles, like mound shapes of loose shale. Also far to the right, or actually far to the left, looking around to the right around the wooden trap, you can see kind of a disheveled camping site, you assume. There's a dead campfire, a few torn up sleeping rolls, and a couple of boxes kind of laying around. But to the left, you can see the cave kind of reaches a cliff, rises up about 10 feet, and then rises back up to the ceiling. And once again, you hear the shuffling, kind of like rocks rolling.
Well, should I light something up? Just dancing lights and send them out ahead in the cave.
Okay, sending dancing lights out across the cave. The immediate introduction of light into this environment reflects off several pairs of reflective sources staring in your direction. You see about 4 to your left and 3 pairs to your right. Everybody roll initiative. Okay, so here is
Molly with a capital M, 1, 2,
move
3.
these guys around. Now shuffling out of the stone shale mounds, you see several large lizard-like entities with multiple pairs of legs. 4 pairs of legs, in fact, if you guys want to make a arcane or nature check to discern what they are. Let me show you.
I'm guessing it's kobolds, but let's see.
Shot real slow, and like 50 people just like joined in and started left. It was great.
You're kind of distracted by the sudden movement in the cave, and you're unable to kind of concentrate on figuring out what they are in that moment. Okay, so this is the map. Place your guys' icons where you would like to be. I think it was, or where you were. It should be snowy outside, but don't overlook that. Everybody rolled initiative. Yeah. Okay, so this time we have Grundy or Aethys. Who wants to go first?
Aethys can.
Okay, so
It's also Ulrich got 18 too. He's the
okay, I'll
second.
put him after you. Or do you want him to go after you or before?
Before.
Okay. So it's Aethys, Ulrich, Grundy, Copper. All right. Okay. All right. So Aethys, it's your turn.
Can I see to this point or no?
I'd say you couldn't see. I'd say you only could see this one.
I don't really want to look at them. I just want to fireball in their direction.
Okay.
Yeah, that works. Do a fireball like here.
Okay. So cast your fireball.
Shit. Guys, we can go mansion next round if it's fine.
How many fifth level do I have? I have enough. Do I?
Alright.
Ooh, I have 2. Maybe not.
You cast your fireball.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the save?
18
What?
18
number?
dexterity.
Okay. Alrighty. Nice. 30 damage. The light immediately illuminates the room. Copper, you're kind of looking in the opposite direction. You see standing on top of the cliff. You see for but an instant the silhouette of a gnomish individual standing there, and as the light goes down from the fireball explosion, he disappears. Let's see. So awesome. 30 points of damage.
And then
And you did it right here.
I did it. Shoot,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. There. Wait, no, it was here. It was here. Yeah, it was
Okay.
here.
And that's a 20-foot radius.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, awesome. The fireball goes off. These strange entities, they begin to slightly catch on fire for about an instant before it smothers out. Awesome.
Show up in one of them.
Okay, spiritual weapon 1.
Have it there.
Have it where? Can you drag it?
I think so. There, that's fine.
Okay, awesome. Attack 31 hits, awesome. So as you draw your divine sword, it shoots forward out of your hand with its own will and plunges itself kind of in between the first and second pair of arms of the creature. It kind of hisses out and screams in this high-pitched noise with pain, doing 12 points of damage. Awesome. Okay. Wait, hold on. Were you looking at them for that? You weren't. I don't think, right?
I'd like to not if I can
Okay, so roll again.
for a spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is it? Crap. There.
Okay, yeah, it still hits. taking a little bit less damage. Let's see. Okay, awesome. It's now Ulrich's turn. What is Ulrich doing?
Okay,
So tell me at the top of the round if you're looking at the creatures or not.
if I'm looking at the creatures,
Yeah.
I mean, he's looking to shoot at it.
Okay, so yes.
Okay. He's gonna fire the Thunderer twice.
Okay,
at the
before you do, roll a Constitution saving throw.
wall. I wasn't looking at it. I closed my eyes.
Are you closing your eyes or not?
No.
Okay, so roll a Constitution saving throw.
Basilisks, so you look in the
Awesome,
eyes.
yeah. So Ulrich, kind of looking at the being, its eyes flash green for a second, and he feels his muscles begin to tense up, and he lose control of them. But he manages to kind of shrug it off with his huge amount of Constitution. Awesome. Okay, so he fires. Roll for attack.
I said them this, and I saw them start to reply, and then they stopped.
Okay.
Be nice.
Awesome. Both hit, dealing. Let's see. Let's see, dealing 25 points of damage. This. The bullets kind of burying themselves into the creature's flesh and tearing out just huge chunks, spraying blood all over the ground. This one's moving a lot slower, looking quite bad. These guys, they're going to. Let's see. So. Okay, so have Ulrich make. Wait. Sorry, that came out of nowhere. My bad. Have Ulrich make another Constitution saving throw. Okay. So this time, this creature ahead of Ulrich kind of opens its mouth and spits a kind of an arc of green, very sticky liquid into Ulrich's face. It kind of splatters on him like mucus. He tries to rub it off, but a bit of it gets in his mouth. Ulrich takes, let's see, takes 14 points of poison damage, and is wait no. Yeah, 14 points of poison damage, and is considered poisoned.
Great.
Okay, so let me mark him green. Okay, this guy, Grundy, make a con save. Why did it keep just showing up? That's not happening.
Yeah, why am I suddenly duplicating?
When I was building the map, I kept hitting Control copy, and I guess I didn't move them. Sorry. Well, there I'm on. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so Grundy, make a con save.
Grundy's not looking.
Well, they're not. It's not a vision-based thing. They're like spitting poison at you.
Grundy's not taking poison right now. Sorry.
Roll your save.
Grundy's not home right now. Please leave a message.
Yeah. Fine.
18.
Got an 18. Okay, so it spits in your face, but your reflexes, you manage to just rub it off before the poison takes any effect. Okay, so let's see. 6 plus 5. I think that misses. Let's see. So Okay, Copper does 21 hit.
Yes.
Okay, so we get hit once. Grundy does 18 hit.
Yes.
Okay, so you both take. Yeah. Okay, so you both take 13 you both take 13 points of piercing damage. Ulrich is kind of.
I took for my resistance. I took the
Your resistance of piercing.
yeah, for our penitent office. The
Okay, so take half of 13, so 7. 7 points of piercing. Okay.
actual number of basilisks we're facing.
The actual number of basilisks.
Oh.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
From what is currently visible on the surface.
How warm is the cave?
I mean, it's warmer than the outside because it doesn't have wind chill, but it's still fairly cold. Let's see.
Just we pull back.
Hey, Vonnie, check your Facebook. Or Tira.
Chad, whose turn is it?
It's. Sorry. It was the basilisk. No, it's Grundy's turn.
Okay.
Do you look at them or no?
I don't think I need to. It's right ahead of me.
Okay, you have to attack with disadvantage.
Okay. I rage, click my boots, and then do 2 attacks.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Chad, do you want me to roll initiative?
Yeah.
Thought you could run, bitch!
Okay, take the
No.
lowest 2, I guess.
Okay, so
17,
17, 19. Still good enough. It's the 20 damage. Nice.
Oh, it feels bad.
Not even like looking at them. You kind of do the classic Slayer move where you just take both picks in the hand and go. Yeah. Nice. 20 points of damage. The picks burying themselves into the tough, scaly hide of the basilisks. Awesome. Okay, so. Right, so that's your turn. Wait, no, you get more attacks than. No, you don't, because you're not hasted.
Because I
anymore.
hasted.
Yeah, that's right. You still get 3 attacks though with a bonus action. Wait, are you raging?
I raged and I hasted.
You can't rage. You can rage twice. You can rage more than once.
I know, I
in a day.
raged and I hasted. It's a bonus action and a bonus action.
Wait, did you haste when you're fighting the bear?
Yeah,
Okay, that only lasts for a minute.
that would have
So that's-
burned off by now, right?
Correct, but you can still roll one more attack because you're raged again.
Okay. Disadvantage.
Yeah.
Poop.
Alright, and kind of like, you're sitting there, you're like, huh, that was too easy. And you're like, oh yeah, you can do this again. You're like,
I have one more attack. I forgot it.
I forgot, I have one more. Yeah, sorry, that's a stupid explanation. Oh yeah, you bury your pick. He lurches forward to bite you again, but you just kind of shove your pick in his mouth, and he bites down, like piercing himself with the pick in his mouth. Awesome. That guy's looking really quite spent. Well, I mean, he would look quite spent if you looked at him, but yes. Okay, Copper, it's your turn. Are you looking at them?
Still, he will be looking at them before the turn ends, but I think he's still looking up on the cliff where he saw the figure.
Okay.
But he wants to probably... He probably will have to look now, but he wants to cast Hypnotic Image. Or Hypnotic Pattern.
Okay.
It's this top group, but I don't know if I can do that without looking at them.
I'll say yes, but they get advantage on the saving throw.
Okay.
If you don't look at them, they get advantage. If you do.
Then I will look at them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So roll your Constitution saving throw.
Constitution.
Yeah. Okay, so similar thing to Ulrich. You feel this strange sensation start to petrify your body, but you manage to shrug it off.
Back.
Okay, so casting that.
Chad, I got a 17 on initiative in case you didn't see it.
I wrote you down, girl.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay. Okay, so natural 17, natural 23, and natural 16, and it's a wisdom, so it's -1, and your save is 17, so two fail. Okay, there's 5, sorry, and 11, so 3 fail. Also, these 2 succeed. Okay, so what happens?
So
Twisting
there's
pattern.
a flash of colors and bending light in the air. The creature transpires and become charmed.
Okay, so they're basically just incapacitated. So while it's charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. Okay, so I'll say this guy's incapacitated. Crap. Go away. Okay. This guy. Okay. Awesome. Get into that into Okay. Awesome. Do you want to do a bonus action?
I'm going to use my bonus action Misty Step up on top of this stack of logs.
Okay. You kind of teleport. It's kind of a little bit of a balancing act, but you're small enough and these logs are very big, so you manage to stand there. Good enough. Nice. Alright. Okay, so it's now Aethys' turn. Are you looking at them or no? Okay.
I want to do that, and it can be 60 feet long. So that's 45, but it's not curved. So I assume if I curve it a little bit, it'll be around that.
You did this to us.
Whoa. Crazy.
And I did it at 7th level, so it's kind of a ton of damage.
Wow. Okay. So you just shoot out a wall of fire. Could you draw out the path again?
Yeah, it's going to be around like that, I think, should do it.
And it's about 10 feet?
Yeah, it's 10. So anything 10 feet of it gets screwed a little bit.
So like Ulrich and Grundy.
No, because
he
I'm a
has-
Ewok wizard.
Yeah.
That's right. You're special.
I am special. Thank you for noticing.
You're a high elf. It's hard to miss.
All right. Awesome. Dexterity saving throw. So you weren't looking, so they get advantage.
Well, no. No.
But
It's just a fixed position. They don't get an advantage on the dexterity throw. It's just a fire thing they have to jump through.
it's just the mechanic of basilisks.
I mean, I'd get disadvantage on spiritual weapon, but
We did it for the
it's not
fireball
like it's
too.
an attack. It's just a hazard that I'm putting on the ground.
It's perpetual. They'll take the damage eventually. It's fine.
Okay.
What are they like? Immune
How,
to fire?
All right. Well, anyway.
That's a problem.
Luckily for this suck. Well, they pretty much literally all failed except for the one that's too far away to take the damage anyway. Awesome. Okay, so
Sean, are you
a
gonna kill everything
blinding-
before I get in
a
there?
blinding fiery light shoots up across the entire cavern, just flooding it with light. Nearly all of the basilisks may catch on to fire. Awesome. So now I get to write a lot of hit points down. Very good, sir.
And then I don't know if 60 hits, but that was my spiritual weapon.
Okay. That was with disadvantage. It just hits. Dealing 13.
Okay.
That was to the weakish one.
Sure, why not?
Okay. One in front of Grundy is dead. Cut down, you almost like decapitate the head. Because that's what you decapitate. As the blade falls.
Ito.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Alright, did I mark everybody's hit points? Okay, Ulrich's. No. Kyra's turn. As you're approaching the back, you notice the elf in front of you kind of raise up his hands, and immediately, like an orchestra of fire, lights up in front of you across the entire mouth of the cave. Like, you can't really see anything in there, but
version.
Alright. Seeing this crazy high elf just make a wall of fire. Walk. And then like kind of push past him, like, excuse me, pardon me. Let's see, I have to be how far away before I get burned?
make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh Christ.
It's only one way.
Oh dear, do I need to make a saving throw too?
I don't
my
know.
allies
Okay,
still have to make
Chad,
it, so-
I'm not sure if it's adding my modifiers because it's a 0. So just heads up.
Okay, just roll for it with your dice then.
Ooh, I'm gonna use the sexy elven dice and then do math in my head. Oh, well, that's terrible. Well, that's a natural 1. Fucking
Okay.
dice jail for you.
Okay, everybody in front of the
I've been
logs
betrayed.
make a dexterity saving throw. So that's Ulrich and Grundy as well. And Copper.
Alright, dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
How the hell did alright?
Should have left it at the 17.
I love this. Okay,
Woo.
wow, okay, so...
Dice jail
Did
for
make
you,
another one?
bitch.
No, you got a natural one. You suffer the whole.
Yeah, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah,
Could I,
so as the logs roll down and the way the ramp is situated, they kind of spread out as they roll. So it covers like a fan-shaped area, like mildly fan-shaped area. So Tira, you take... Good lord.
All the damage.
Okay, you take 36 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh shit.
And if
Why
you
are
guys,
the logs falling?
because Tira stepped on the thing.
Well, why'd you step on the thing?
I didn't step on the thing. I was trying to pass Aethys.
You stepped on the thing.
By passing
What thing?
it, you stepped on the wire. There's
a
the
wire?
The tripwire.
Why did none of you guys disarm? Oh, that wire, the thing I'm standing on. Why did none of you guys disarm that
It's over
trap?
because we didn't know what was in the cave.
Okay, well, regardless, he suffered. What was it, 36? And then everyone who got above a 16 takes half that.
Damn it, guys! I'm already down to 96
No,
hit
wait.
Okay, so Copper, as you're kind of like standing. What do they call that sport where you're on the rock?
Log rolling?
On the lake? Yeah, log rolling.
Can I do an acrobatics check to see if I can stay on top of the log?
Please.
That roll.
And
Pretty
Chad, it's
decent.
Tyra.
Tyga,
Tira,
It's-
Taga.
like the animal.
Like
the
an
black
animal.
accent.
Okay, so Copper
Tiger Woods.
caught off guard. You immediately begin stepping backward in fast or gnomish fashion, and are able to
Feminism.
kind of like halfway surf the log going down the ramp. You jump off at the last moment before the logs continue rolling. You managed to get hit somehow because you took a little bit of damage, I think. But
I cracked my head on the top of the
Am I
cave.
prone? Was that my
that
whole
one.
action?
You crack your head on a stalactite. No, you're not prone. But happy accidents, I guess. These two are completely crushed by the rolling logs.
Mr. DM, sir, was that my
Yes.
entire turn?
That is not your entire turn. That was just a mistake. But now is your turn.
Okay, well, I look around awkwardly thinking the gnome did it. Because, you know, the gnome was standing on the logs. And I'm
Valid point.
clearly a more intelligent being than that. I need to
Clearly.
go look something up real fast with the follows guide. You know, I think I'm gonna pop out the wings for this one.
Of course.
Yeah.
Wings.
I'm gonna pop out the wings. How high is the ceiling?
It's about 40 feet high in the very, very center, but around. It's kind of a rounded shape. So closer to the walls, it's probably more like just 15. But it's like a.
How tall is Aethys' wall?
How tall is it? This is wall.
It says in the spell, I think it's like 20. Let me check.
Yeah. I think you're gated off.
20 feet high.
Damn it. Alright. Well,
What was this one? Sorry.
Huh?
slap.
Wall of fire.
Wall of fire. Okay.
That's heckin' lame. Well, is anyone low in health? Does anyone need health? Healing is
I think we're all fairly high still.
sweet. So I'm just gonna stand by Aethys with my wings out and my dick in my hands.
How do you have
apparently.
wings? Are you an ASMR or something?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I know. It's hella lit. Oh, yeah.
That means she'll stop stealing
That's
all of
your
the
go-to.
flying magical items.
I don't need to steal any magical items, man.
Oh man. Oh man. All right. Okay, so Tira popping out the wings is that a bonus action? What does it say?
Yeah, it's bonus action.
Okay, so it's your. What are you gonna do?
Well, there's a freaking wall in my way.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really do anything about that.
I made that wall. Sorry.
It's unfortunate. So I'm just gonna look at Aethys and be like, "Hey," but I'm gonna say it in Celestial to see if he knows.
Do you wanna hold your action until the wall
Yes,
drops?
I would like to hold my action until Donald Trump over here drops his wall.
Okay, so
I do know Celestial, and Donald Trump here is not dropping that wall.
what? What
Tira
action,
would like to attack.
What action would you be doing when he drops?
Until Aethys bubbles me so I can get through the freaking wall.
I mean, are you okay?
I am a paladin.
I mean, are you casting a spell? Are you mailing somebody?
I don't have any. I can't melee anyone, and I can't cast any spells because all the spells I've got are hitting shit aid.
You can't hit anybody.
Not with any. Nope, I've got smites and I've got
Well, you have a
Yes.
weapon.
I do, but I can't hit anyone close to me.
Okay,
There's
so
a
you're
freaking
holding your action,
wall
but your action
here.
is you're gonna hit somebody with your melee weapon, correct?
I'm gonna hit a monster with my weapon. Yes.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
I just
That's all
I
I
just
needed.
need to be able to get through the wall.
Okay, so it's Ulrich's turn, and he suffers. Or have roll another Constitution saving throw for him. Okay, he suffers 10 points of poison damage at the top of this turn, but he's no longer poisoned.
Okay.
Okay, now he can do the do.
I get to learn how Ulrich works. Sword!
Sword.
How many swords can you do?
You can do 3 swords, I think. Two or three. One or two. I don't
I'm gonna
remember.
go 3.
Okay, I'm gonna go with 3.
Action.
Alright. Okay, 2 hits. Which one's he attacking? The one just north of him?
Yes.
Okay, so he... Awesome. Drawing his... I don't know what sword he's using. He'll be using the blood sword.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so hacking him, twice across the front. It tries to bite out at him, and he has to step back for his second attack, but he still suffers 26 points of damage. All right. Okay, awesome. So now it's their turn. So they're gonna.
Mr. DM, sir, I have a question.
Yes, Mrs. Person, sir.
As a person who has, been around this area and probably fought these bad boys before, would I know that they have any resistances to fire?
So on your turn, you can roll a intelligence check or a nature check or whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
Do they really?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter to me. I ignore resistance.
Okay.
I have wings.
Fair point.
So did they take the fire? Wait, they already took the fire damage, so they'll take it on the top of your turn, correct? Yeah.
They do it once around. However you want to do it on their turn or on my turn. I don't care.
Okay. So they're going to. Okay. Make some attacks. 13 plus. Okay, 1 hits. 2. Thanks. Okay, have Ulrich roll 3 more con saves. Sorry.
Shit.
Okay, okay, so he succeeds, so he's not considered poisoned, but he takes yikes. Okay, he takes 37 points of poison damage as 3 of the basilisks are going to shoot poison towards him. This guy is going to run towards Grundy and make a biting attempt, which misses, I think. Does a 16 hit you?
No.
Okay. Oh, shoot! These guys are incapacitated. Do they have to make a saving throw again, Chris?
Which ones?
The guys who are charmed by your...
Damaged, then they don't need making throws, they're just alert. If
Oh, okay.
they are not damaged, then something has to wake them up.
Okay, so all of them are awake from the firewall except for the one farthest across the way. So he still takes the poison damage. And this guy's just gonna try to move out of the way. Okay. Actually, why not? They'll all try to move away from the firewall.
Wow, Dick.
Well,
Let me through the wall.
No, it makes sense.
This is good, this is good.
Yeah, so this guy's gonna move back. Make an attack of opportunity for Ulrich. Awesome, that hits. So as the basilisk is kind of burning and charred, it turns around, but Ulrich just pins it to the ground with an impaling strike. That one is dead. Alright, so it's now it is Grundy's turn. Oh, are you looking at them or no?
No.
So disadvantage on these attacks again, but you get 3.
4.
3.
But 4.
You're not hasted.
Yeah, I am. I said I hasted.
I know, but you only can cast it once per day. You casted it for the
Oh,
polar
I can
bear
only
thing.
cast it once per day? Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, 3 attacks then.
I should have told you that.
Because I don't want to do this.
Okay, so
Just do
hit.
sets.
Okay, so they all hit. Let's see. So, okay, so with just a flurry of strikes from your Dwarven Slayer pickaxes, you actually kind of stab in through the side of the skull and tear it a little bit, so the almost decapitating, but it's like the skull is still hanging on with a little bit of flesh. That one's completely dead. It took all 3 hits, though. Okay. Awesome. Do you want to move or move?
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of use my peripheral and move up.
All right.
to right there.
You don't want to move there.
Are you gonna yell that to me?
Yeah.
Do you want to use your reaction to yell that?
Yes, I would use my reaction to yell at him. Not there.
Okay.
Okay.
Not there.
Because it's my turn next, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna step out and I'm gonna lightning bolt a bunch of them.
I'm gonna lightning bolt.
I'm going to do lightning bolt at. Come
You
on,
do it high.
stupid. Roll 20 is
Just,
only
just
select level.
kill them all before I get a chance to hit anything, guys.
Do it at like 5th or 6th or something level.
All
Hurry up.
right. Okay, are you looking at them or no?
My Constitution save.
Okay.
Exited my window.
Gotta love roll 20.
2 shakes. Roll 20 to wake up again.
No worries.
And anytime now.
So, Copper, as you try to walk over the debris of the rolling logs and the misplaced stones and the dead basilisk bodies and slippery blood on the floor.
Well, there's no bodies over here. I'm behind the logs.
Well, there's bodies. Grundy just killed one right here, and I think a few more died over there.
No, they all died in the north side of the room.
Okay.
20. Work with me.
Let me know if you want me to leave.
It's the skull of Nehek. Now! Now!
I think the basilisks looked at my my character sheet.
Now! Yes!
Here we go. Constitution saving throw. Don't fail me.
Ooh. So you raise your hands to cast a spell, and just as you do, you feel your muscles begin to harden and slow down. You are now considered restrained on the top of your next turn. You need to make another saving throw, and if you fail, you'll be petrified.
Don't worry, there's always greater
spell?
restoration.
You don't
Yeah, I have
manage
that
to.
now.
Unfortunately, you don't.
Restoration.
I gotta petrify one person. You found an entire room of basilisk.
Now!
I'm just pissed off because stupid roll 20 is still being stupid and slow.
Blame it on roll 20.
Well, it took a long time to load. That's understandable. Okay, so
No.
Aethys, it's your turn.
I'm just sassy. Wait, didn't Aethys just go?
Like a while ago,
Sorry, I'm blonde.
before you tripped and did you know.
Before I ruined the
You know.
everything. Before I knocked
Well-
over the pile of logs.
Well, before your turn starts, one of the basilisks, not managing to get far enough away from the wall of fire, just kind of its limbs give out and it kind of twitches on the floor.
How big is this wall of fire?
No, well, it has a 10-foot spread. Like the heat emanating from it is hot enough to do damage or something. It's anything 10 feet within the wall of
Alright.
fire gets.
I'm not objecting to monsters dying, but
Can
I'm gonna go and peek through my wall of fire because I have no idea what's happening right now.
Correct.
well, just abandon me on the other side of the wall. Shield me! Make me immune so I can walk through it.
I don't. It's not like wow. I'm not discipline priest.
No,
make a
you
saving
can
throw.
save people.
Bruh.
For
Me?
Make a saving throw.
What kind of saving throw?
A wall of fire saving throw.
So a dexterity saving throw?
Yeah.
Alright. Non-cursed dice.
Tell me
believe
what
in
it
you.
is.
wait, is Jenny going right now or am I?
You are, but she still has to save.
What
'cause
kind of
it's at the top
saving
your
throw
turn.
is this? What do I add to
Dexterity.
it?
Wait, why is she making a saving throw for my wall of fire?
Because you didn't shield her from it. You casted this before she showed
Yeah.
up.
It only does fire damage on one side of it. It doesn't do fire damage on both sides of it.
Oh, really? Never mind.
Oh, thank God, because I just rolled a 4.
Okay, you're good. You didn't take 42 points of fire damage.
Thank you. I mean, I could take it, but like,
You're fine. Okay.
Is there a way that I can like kind of see that some of them are still alive without looking at them, or no?
look at them through
Make
a
a-
mirror.
Perception check with disadvantage.
Oh, lovely. Um,
Yeah, so just like only using your peripheral vision, you're able to pick up the movement of like the 3 entities. But pretty much just you're aware that they're there.
okay, I'm gonna fireball that way.
Okay.
Level. And then it's gonna be 34 because one of them's a 1.
Wow. Yeah, just another bright flash of flame, smoke, and brimstone. The 3 die in a huge explosion of fire, and the stones behind them fly up across the sky, landing on the ground below.
Triple kill.
Triple kill! And you now turn around and realize that your professor friend is quickly turning to stone.
a little bit of help here.
Oh shoot.
Is
Copper,
the
make
wall gone?
Copper, make another con save, because we're kind of out of combat order. Okay,
No.
you managed to not turn to stone.
Through sheer force of gnomish will.
You're
Damn,
still
there's
you're still
nothing
considered-
stronger.
You're still considered restrained, but you're not stone yet.
Oh, is he still in the process of turning, but just not yet?
Yeah.
Is there still a wall of fire in the way?
No, I drop it. Unfortunately, it makes me sad.
I catch Copper before he falls in my arms.
Oh.
As soon as possible, can I go up and dispel that?
I fly
Yeah.
over
Oh, you have
to
to.
Copper.
What are you doing to dispel it?
Greater.
Okay. Okay, so you feel you see the golden light emanating out of Aethys's hands and feel the warmth. Your muscles slowly regain their elasticity, and you can now move freely.
Might need to
I'd say-
protect those things again.
I'm sorry I missed the fight. I heard a lot of.
So, how'd you get here?
If
That's
it
my
was
question.
behind.
I got some information about your friend, and I was able to track you guys down. And by the way, the wings flutter and disappear.
Well, I
Yeah,
think I saw him in the cave here on the cliff. Gnome fellow.
So, I'm.
Past this, I don't know.
I hit pause. I'm sorry on this awesome roleplay. I need a break.
Go for it.
We'll restart in 5 minutes.
How long do you think we're gonna go tonight?
We're probably close to being done. Maybe like 45 minutes or
Okay.
so.
Cause yeah, I'm gonna need to go about 11:30.
Okay, yeah. We'll be going by then.
Sweet. So what do you guys think of my new character? Isn't she freaking lit? No?
ASMRs are awesome, but I want to go to the bathroom, so
Go
I can't
to the bathroom. Be
blow
gone.
at you anymore.
Be gone.
Minutes.
Your thoughts, Sir Dare?
My thoughts?
Mm-hmm.
On what? On
Tyra?
Tyra? I don't know her yet. She has wings, so that's kind of...
Oh my god.
Yeah, they helped me do extra radiant damage too.
Can you fly with him?
They only last for a minute, but yeah, I can fly with them. Yeah.
Like enemies.
Mhm. It's pretty dope. Yeah, no, she's got a lot of.
Chad
really
finally
interesting
let
things.
you.
What do you mean, Chad finally let me?
You wouldn't let you be an ASMR before, right?
No, he wouldn't let me have wings, but then he wouldn't let me play a rogue, so he gave me the wings back.
Well,
I just wanted-
Kind of... Okay.
I just wanted her to play something different, and I didn't want it
So
to feel
I'm a
like she playing better
paladin.
one.
I mean, that was the original goal, but Chad put a stop to my
Shut her
dreams.
down.
Every time I drink out of this cup, it gets lighter. But then I forget it gets lighter. So every time I go to drink out of it, I almost like tip it back on my face. So I'm just like, carefully.
One time I kept putting quarters into Dwight's phone and took them all out in one day. He hit himself in the pants.
I'm so excited. for
That was
series.
brilliant.
I know.
I've been binging Parks and Rec though. Like,
We're not talking
I'm really
about that.
getting into it. Yeah, I know. What's wrong with Parks and Rec? You
Poor
can't.
man's office.
Blows chunks.
You know what? I like Ron freaking Swanson.
He's the only saving grace of that show, like the only one.
Yeah, I don't really like
Amy Fowler sucks. Boo, boo.
Amy Fowler. I don't know who that is. I'm only on season 3. Anne? Oh. You don't
Wait,
like
what?
Anne?
I thought that was.
You mean Amy Poehler? Palmer?
Oh, Polar.
You don't like
sorry.
Leslie? Leslie's
No.
freaking adorable.
Oh, no.
I don't like that one emo chick.
She's my favorite.
You like her? Ugh, she pisses me off. I'm like, you freaking bitch.
Audrey Plaza? Yes. I love Audrey
mean-
Plaza.
I like that really fitnessy guy. Forgot his name. Shit. He's just like super positive and like hella fit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
like
that guy.
him?
I like him. I don't know why
You
I like him
like
so much.
the worst characters.
Hey, I like Ron freaking Swanson.
Well, everyone likes Ron Swanson.
How can you not like Ron Swanson? Honestly, though.
He's only
Ron
good 'cause he doesn't
Swanson.
play a character that's just him.
That's really
I like Parks and Rec. I'm not a huge fan of Andy, though. He can use some work.
I bet you hate on Chris
Brand, yeah, man. Chris Pratt is awesome, but Andy Dwyer needs. Mark Brandanowitz, though,
Mark Brandanowitz.
is pretty cool.
Probably.
I think he left. I don't know if he might be back. I feel like they're gonna bring him back, but you know, I'm only on season.
Good talk.
So.
We'll see. Between 2.5 and 3 hours to get there.
Philip, I speak Dwarvish.
Chad, can you
Damn
meet
it.
us at my house tomorrow?
Yeah, for sure.
I object.
It's a break time.
I'm allowed to speak Dwarvish.
Yeah, only the doors are allowed to.
What time do you want to be here tomorrow?
Well, you
I
tell
want to be
me.
part of your dwarf
Well, we're
club.
just deciding, so I'm asking
be a
your opinion.
dwarf.
I mean,
That was a lot of.
I'll
That's a
do
lot of
early.
commitment.
Like,
Do you want to do 10,
That's a
10,
high
30,
standard
11?
I'd have to live up to.
That's
I don't
fine.
think I'm ready for that.
There's no
10's fine with me if that's what you
cosmetic
guys want to do.
commitment, you know, to shave or anything.
Okay, do you want to be here at 10:30?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, just count on that then.
I don't know if I could live up to that. Just like playing a dwarf.
Thanks
I don't
for
feel like I'm
reminding me.
ready.
I like temporarily forgot. I was like, what am I doing tomorrow? It's like, oh yeah, going to the beach.
Going to the Lodi Academy / PUC / El Dorado football tournament.
Wow.
Yeah, even though I don't go to that school anymore.
UC prep.
So I'm expecting Lodi Academy to get smashed.
Basilisks, you're fun.
I know, I ran a basilisk in one of my games for combat practice, and it was like, oh my god, these are cool.
I kind of did a little bit half 4E, half 5E basilisks, because 4E basilisks can shoot poison at people, and 5E just fight people, and then they have the petrifying. So I'm like, I'm gonna do both.
That's appropriate for 12 to 13 characters.
You can lock your door now.
It could have been harder. To be
I
honest.
think I'm gonna step away
Night.
from Copper now that he doesn't need the Valkyrie.
So you might want to tell them the rest of your information. Be like, yo,
No.
just so that
No,
they
we're
don't
like-
think
Force
you're
us.
associated with him. Which they might.
Yeah, I'll be like, hey guys. Wait, no, Chad.
Mhm.
Yes.
Quickly remind me why my character is here,
I
because you
sent
like.
it to you on Facebook.
No, you didn't.
I literally did.
No, like why my character's in this area, like in general.
Oh, well, I mean, I left that for you to decide why you're in.
I don't want you to be like, no, that is wrong, and then I'll be like, I'm so sorry.
Well, I probably won't do that.
Okay, all right, fine. I'll make something up.
I mean, Khazad-Dreg is like the only big city that far north, and you're from Akerland, so your entire kingdom is practically traveling north to get out of the cold winter, but most of them go to the other city.
So I just went alone by myself. I'm like, you guys are going that way? Fine. See
Well,
ya.
no, like, so people from Akerland were trading furs there. Maybe you followed them. Maybe you're on a vision quest from your god, which we can go over next week.
Alright.
Maybe
My
you just wanted to
messenger.
buy. Maybe you just got some more money and you wanted a new sword while you're this far south.
How much money do I have?
So you.
I rolled that, didn't I? I did roll that. It was 1,300. I think I put it on Vonnie's sheet though.
Yeah. Is this Transformers?
I mean,
Wait, are you queuing this or
No.
it was
it's
me?
part of the mix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I have a lot of
This
gold.
is-
Go
it's not
me.
bad. That's good music.
Yeah, Transformers is good music.
Oh, but it's inappropriate for the current.
Nah, Transformers is
I'll
always
leave it,
appropriate.
and then when we get back in, I'll hit skip. I feel like I should play this music if you're like looking over an army or something like really epic. Discover a new awesome place.
Yeah. Sorry, I kind of tuned out there for
Well, no.
half
I
an
mean,
hour.
I feel like you had the right to tune out because you kind of weren't present. In
I was just like, you know, I'm gonna just.
You weren't existing.
Yeah, I was. Just
I
not there.
sent you the reason why you're here, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so
I think I briefly explained it.
kind of. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Okay, so we rejoin our. Everyone settled?
Yes.
See,
Okay, so we rejoin our party of adventurers back in the now smoldering and very much more smoky cave than you found it. Than when you found it. Currently, the only inhabitants of the cave are the dead bodies of basilisks, as well as the strange, very strange basilisk art collection, as it were. How do you want to proceed?
oh yeah. Should we unpetrify some of these people or nah?
Don't you need to use like their bile
No.
or something?
I think Greater Restoration just works.
Alright. I have Lesser Restoration, which does not work. So,
Well, we might want to come back to them at least.
I mean, if we're
Because
here, we
our
might as well help
target
them.
is here.
Can we look at the people at least and see kind of like who they were, what they were doing?
Yeah.
Can I do that as well?
Yeah, everybody make an insight check who would like to.
Campsite then, too.
You know, I'm gonna freaking roll my way. I'm not using my stupid character sheet anymore. Chad, fix my character sheet so it's not all zeros.
Please.
Please, never mind. Natural 1. So,
Well, okay, you have
7.
advantage. You have advantage anyway. Do it again.
I do? Alright. 17.
Okay, let's see, Aethys and Copper, kind of like looking over their personages. They all look like very tall, hulking individuals. Three men and 1 female, all of which are wielding pretty sizable weapons. 2-handed axes, which are also stone petrified in their hands. One of them is wielding a nice bow, or looks nice. All of them are wearing heavy mountains of stone fur tira. You recognize that these are actually raiders from one of the rival Akerlindian tribes.
Do I know them? Like,
No.
just... Do I like
How
them?
fresh is the campsite?
The campsite, it's fairly tossed. Not terribly bad. It looks to be about 4 or 5 days old. There's still some remnants of food, which is growing moldy with some maggots to allow you to discern that it is 4 days old.
Maggots are surprising because it's icy and cold outside.
I'm working on the flat. Give me some leeway. I'm sorry.
They're cave flies, Chad. Just call them cave flies.
They're cave flies eating the food. They are resistant to frost damage because they live this far north.
Excellent.
Yes.
Like papers or anything in the campsite at all?
Yeah. So scrolling through their inventories, you find several small satchels of miscellaneous golds, coppers, silver coins, all totaling to about the amount of 60 gold pieces total. Most of the equipment that they would have been using is on their petrified personage, and is also turned to stone.
Personage.
In one of the beddings, actually, as you kind of investigate further, you find a couple of the pamphlets identical to the one you found inside the magic shop in Khazad-Drake, advertising someone looking for mercenaries to help them in a arcane recovery program.
An arcane what?
Well, basically,
Wants arcane artifacts.
yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Alright, well, I would feel bad about taking the gold if we're going to restore these people.
You shouldn't take those people's gold.
Who these people are. That they're by themselves, they're bandits. if you feel a particular compulsion, I would say so. But judging by some of the things I'm spotting overhead, these look like they're raiders, not particularly good folk.
Small,
Leave them.
sir, I'm telling you, these are raiders.
Yeah.
Is my
And large
alignment
woman
gonna
person,
push
I
me
am
to
ignoring
want to
you
heal
because I'm
them,
not
or
quite
is
sure
it
about your
really
purpose
not?
here.
You're
If
illogical,
you want to
dude.
know why I'm
You're
here,
connect on
I will tell you if
logic.
that is what you really want.
Not asking it.
I can't hear chat over Jenny.
Okay, well, I'm
So
trying
you're-
to talk to Copper.
Okay, so Sean, you're chaotic good. So that means you do what you do for the greater good. So, judging from the conversation, you hear that these people are raiders. So if you want to heal them, if you want to hear violent raiders, heal violent raiders, then you can. But it's up to you.
Okay.
I'm probably not gonna. I'm not gonna penalize you for this one.
Mr. Gnome,
I'll probably just say no to this one. Okay.
my name is Tyra. I'm from way far up north. My clan traveled here, well, some of us did, because it is too cold to survive where we normally live. That's why I'm in this area. I am here specifically because I found someone who was supposed to work for the, I think he was a gnome, and he quit. He was supposed to work for him, and he quit because he wasn't getting paid enough. So I was able to extract some information from him and find you guys fighting basilisks. If you don't believe me, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to lie to you.
Interested whether you're lying to me or not. You're a stranger, and I'm not particularly fond of you at the moment.
I'm
being insulted, rolled, and down to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you'll excuse me, we need to go
Tyra
find
gets
that
down
gnome.
on her knees. Listen, sir, you seem quite learned, so you're obviously not an idiot. I believe I can help you get your friend's hammer back. These are not only dangerous, but they can be rather treacherous after dark. I believe you could use my assistance. And also, I'm a rather skilled healer. My god is quite merciful when it comes to combat.
Who's your god again?
I have the great honor of Chad. Don't look at me like that.
I like how you're looking it up.
I told you. No, I told you.
I'm not looking it up. I'm just gonna say it how I want to say it. Yeah. My god is Woden. Yeah, he's very merciful god. And
You're not convincing me right now. I hope you know that.
I didn't hear what you said, Sean. Sorry, what?
I don't know who that is.
Okay, well,
Religion check.
Roll a religion check, yeah.
He's a
Yeah, so Aethys, Woden is a savage Nordling god, the god mostly worshipped for war. He's also the leading entity who controls the wild hunt. But he's not an evil deity. He's just like a chaotic. He's
evil to you.
Yeah. He's a chaotic war god, but he's not evil. Chaotic. He's chaotic good. He's chaotic good.
I'm chaotic good. I could work with that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I was kind of hoping for Bahamut. That would have been cool, but you know, it's whatever.
Or Odin, if she wants to say that she hates. Sorry.
Fine, whatever. Let's just keep moving. The longer we wait here, the longer that gnome gets to get away.
That's true.
I saw him up on top of that cliff there.
Oh, you did?
At least I think it's him. There was a gnome. I could tell it was a gnome.
Oh. Can we both just dimension door to him?
Ran further in, I think.
Well, let's go get him.
Where again? I'm not sure which. Jen apparently just lost power.
Yeah. That too. Well, she can join us when she joins us, I guess. Okay,
Let's start heading towards that cliff and see if we can scale it at all.
okay. Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Oh! This is in character, I'm so sorry. Right?
What
Chris?
character?
I don't know if Chris can hear me. Can anyone
Oh yeah, I
hear me?
can hear you, Chad. Jen?
Hello?
Oh,
Hello.
Hi.
hello.
My power just went out. That was
I saw that.
exciting.
We saw that.
Yeah.
All them hurt.
Alright, we're trying
Glad
to
we-
approach the cliff to the north and trying to scramble up.
Alright.
Okay.
Cool.
Make an athletics check.
Oh, fuck that. Dimension door.
Take me with you. I'm in
I actually
heavy
can.
armor.
You can
I
fly.
actually
Go
can
ahead
do
and
that.
fly. Don't
I
take
can-
her. Take one of the
I
other
can
two.
only fly for a minute,
A minute.
and I already used it.
Well, she already
I already
popped it.
used it. Yeah, I already popped it. I thought I would be fighting because it gives me crazy fighting.
He doesn't make his acrobatics very well, so he's going to dimension door as well after he sees Aethys do it.
Aethys, are you?
He'll
taking me
grab
with you?
Brandy.
Yeah, I
Take
can.
it.
You
Took me on your broom.
Thank you.
You approach the kind of cliff face and start to try to climb it, and you get up about 2 feet successfully, almost reach the top, and then you realize it's kind of shale and it falls apart under your handhold. Then teleport up to the top.
I'm going to grab Grundy and pull him with me too.
Okay.
If he wants, that is. He has to
Where
be
is
willing.
Ulrich?
He's not your... Wait, are they both the same size? Are dwarves and gnomes the same size?
How dare you,
I believe
sir?
so.
Well,
I'm just wondering
We'll
for
say so for
mechanics
Dimension Door.
We're in the
Okay.
same
Is
size
this what we're
category.
trying to? Is this what we're
Okay.
trying to scale?
As long as he can take someone, that's actually cool.
Wait,
Yeah,
question
so-
mark. How
yeah.
high is it? I just wanted to know.
About 15.
Watch it be like 3 feet high.
It's about 10 to 15 feet.
Ah, okay. I could have climbed that, but no. Dimension door is so much easier.
I'd like to dimension door further than that then, because we can go like 300.
Further than that, where?
I'm not going any further than I can see. I'm just popping up the top of the cliff.
You pop up to the top of the cliff, and that's all there is.
Oh. Can I do like a Arcana check to make sure there's no like secret wall in the way, or?
I don't know, what would make you assume such a thing?
Well, you know, the guy did just bamf out with Philip's hammer.
Okay, so whoever wants to can roll a...
Hopper's going to investigate
I'm
further.
just gonna use the thing.
We're doing investigation or perception?
all Arcana.
Can I
investigation,
also
perception.
make an
Copper,
perception?
You kind of get down a little bit as much as you can with all of these trampling feet around, but you manage to pick out a specific set of gnome footprints, but not yours. You follow it to the wall and it disappears, and you kind of like look up at the wall for a second, and it gives off a slight shimmer.
Can I tell if it's...
It appears to be an illusory wall.
Chad, can I use my lay on hands on self?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm laying my hands on
would that
myself.
be a wisdom check to see if I can perceive through the illusion? Illusory wall, is that a...
Okay, so basically you put out your hand in front of you, and your hand waves through the camouflage.
I gesture
Okay.
to the others.
Okay. I'm back at full hit points now. Yay.
I walk through.
Okay. You walk through a small side cave entrance, and you see kind of standing there with scared eyes darting from party member to party member, the gnome individual you encountered. Wait, please,
Nope,
please.
nope,
I can talk to you, I
swipe
can
him by
talk to
the
you.
legs, and I hold him upside down and start shaking him. Where is my hammer?
I pull out my sword.
Please let me down, please.
Be honest, it would be
Alright,
unwise
that
to
goes down
lie.
great.
Can I perceive if he has any like bags on him or anything?
Yeah.
Is he holding the hammer?
No, I'd like if you put it in a bag of holding or something, I'd like that.
Okay.
I'd like a bag of holding.
You don't perceive any bags on his personage. Plus, it's pretty hard with Grundy, like, just shaking him in front.
True.
Stop!
I'd like to cast Zone of Truth.
Hey, that's awesome. I respect you for that.
I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth.
Please stop, please.
I stop shaking him, but I kind of plop him down and, lean on him by his head. He's still.
He kind of like, he kind of drops the.
Let it go.
Wait, you dropped him?
No, I'm still holding him. His head's like touching the ground now.
Okay. His neck kind of like rolls forward. He's just like looking at you directly. His tunic kind of begins to fold over his torso a little bit. He's like, please don't hit me, sir.
Yeah, okay. I'm casting Zone of Truth, like, right on this guy.
No, this is the same gnome from before.
This is exactly the same gnome, yeah. And as you're actually looking at his forearms, you notice a similar scarring pattern as what is making itself evident on Oryx's armor and shield. Appears he's been bitten by basilisks before.
Oh, dumbass.
Where is my hammer, so I can pummel the snot out of you with it?
He needs to make a charisma saving throw if he tries to lie, by the way.
Okay. Let's not be hasty.
Tell the truth, love.
I have it.
Actually, love isn't of anything.
I do have it. It's here. It's in this cave.
Don't lie. We will kill you.
Walk past them into the deeper part of the cave.
I kind of. I follow
that's my
Copper.
secret.
If you're going deeper.
That's my chamber. No.
I follow Copper.
Tell me
and
where-
drag him along.
Tell me where it is. No, Grundy, don't take him out of the circle. Don't take him out of the circle.
Oh,
Traps.
is there a circle?
Yeah, I cast Zone of Truth around him. Let's grill this asshole, because he can't lie. Yeah,
I mean, if he succeeds, he can, but you know if he succeeds or fails.
yeah, I'll be able to tell if he lies.
You can tell if he can tell a lie or not.
Yeah, so,
Save
16.
against wisdom.
My spell save DC isn't very high.
What's it against? Is it wisdom, charisma?
Charisma,
Okay.
which is something he's probably good at.
Did he make it or not? Because she gets to know.
Yeah, he
He
did
did not. Okay, so he can't lie.
Okay. Now, tell me.
Yeah.
I'd like to kneel down, just like right in front of him and get on his level, and try to intimidate him. Why did you steal this wonderful Slayer's hammer?
For money?
Because he doesn't know what it is, and I do, and
Tell me what it is.
I need it more than.
I wonder if
it's-
you can do the splits.
Grundy. What does it do? I'd like to know everything about it, please.
Well, honestly, I don't know everything about.
I would like to know everything you know about it right now
It's
before he
Morden's
breaks
Curdle.
you.
It's Morden's Curdle. Everyone make a religion check.
Mr. Slayer, if you could make him so I can understand him, that'd be great.
I only did it once, judges.
Sorry.
Why am I rolling so bad?
Copper, you recognize Morden as the dwarven ancestor god of craft.
I do too.
I recognize it.
What? What did he call it?
Morden's...
Morden's Curgel.
Kurgel. Morton's Kurgel.
And what exactly
I've
does this
heard
Kojo
of
do?
that somewhere.
What?
I'm asking the short one
Oh.
without the beard.
What does it
exact-
do?
Yes, what does it do?
That's why I brought it here, actually, to investigate. But I know that it's not, awake.
Is it sentient?
I don't rightly know. It's a legendary item, if I do say so myself. But please, could
Does anyone else
I
want to know
can't
something
think
about this
straight
asshole
like this,
before?
please.
You can take a deep breath. Odin always punishes those who deserve it.
I haven't killed anyone, so justice is justice. You can't
I
kill
mean, you
me.
did
I get right up to his
lie
I have.
and steal.
Oh.
What about those gentlemen turned to stone in the other room?
That was an accident. I didn't. I thought this cave was unoccupied.
Calm down.
It's not my fault.
Twitching.
It's just stay.
Your twitching is making my sword arm bored.
I can appreciate that.
Good. I'm glad we're at an understanding. Now,
Yes.
I expect there will be some recompense for your actions. Is that the correct word, Professor?
I'm not quite sure how she would know I'm a professor.
It's just a slang word because you're a smartass.
Okay.
Sure.
Aha.
Aha. And you.
I'm not really paying a great deal of attention. I'm poking around the other room.
All right,
Yes.
Grundy. He stole your beloved hammer. That's extremely expensive.
Nope.
Slayer. Sorry, I can see your nameplates, and I'm used to calling you guys by your names. I'm sorry. Mr. Slayer, is there anything you would want from this little gnome?
Before we get too hasty,
No,
After that,
sounds
that-
quite nice right now.
I have information.
Do you?
What did you say? It's gonna clink! Oh, Hogan!
Oh!
All right. Information. Is it useful information, or is it just? Oh, by the way, I know the sun rises in the morning.
I mean, wait, roll a intimidation check with advantage. Just for being sake.
This is Vonnie's
Only
character sheet.
Because Grundy's
Sorry, hold on,
assisting you. I mean, the Slayer's assisting you.
Intimidation. I get +8 to that.
Nice.
I don't know. Is it +8?
I can return the hammer, and I have money. I can pay you money. Yes, yes.
How much money?
7,000 gold. I think it would be more than generous.
You have it on you?
No.
How about you fulfill your promise and unlock those runes for me? This time under strict supervision.
Can you unlock those runes?
I could do that. Jump cut to Copper. Make some investigation checks.
Okay. Do you want just more than one, or just I'm gonna do an Arcana and an investigation.
Okay, good.
Dude, Zone of
Can
Truth
I
is
go?
freaking
Can
dope.
I go with Copper?
Yeah.
I'm just kind of checking for traps, and I'll guide and sim if he needs it.
You're turning into
I don't need it
Vonnie.
right now. I'm rolling hot tonight.
Yeah, so he doesn't need it.
Okay, so investigating the room, you can see the kind of palisade fortification half wall over here. You see the campfire, which actually is lit. It's just not on the map because I.
Oh, this place was unoccupied. My foot.
Let's see. There's a table across the way, which also gets the attention of your more sensitive arcane side. Over across the room over here. Walking past the bed on the stand and a couple chests full of one of them has a couple pouches full of what you assume to be currency, and other just random journals and scrawlings. You walk to the table with the arcane table. You notice Grundy's hammer laying there, not on fire, and underneath it a list of names: the Elysian Glory, Frost Grinder, the Celestial Avenger, the Chaos Lance, Moradin's Kurgel.
What? That's a list that could. Maybe we should ask him about that list because a lot of those sound
Starting
awesome.
off as a magic user, do I recognize any of those names as being important magical items?
Make a history check.
History.
You recognize the name of Moradin's Kurgel specifically as being the weapon of choice as the deceased High King Thoradin's father who perished in the Shadow Wars just north of Maine. It carries with it some pretty powerful political weight and significance as it's a symbol of the royalty in the region.
I would wager a guess that these other ones are other highly valuable magical items then.
Yeah, I would guess that too.
I'm gonna...
Do you want to just take that list?
I'll just take the list with me for the moment.
Yeah,
I'm not feeling particularly bound by property rules right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, is there any other magical items that I can spot around here, or is
Any
it just the
other
hammer?
magical items? You find the other half of the sending stone, the actual receiving end of it. You find
Because that might be useful.
it might indeed be, and with a little bit more enchanting could be fulfilled, so it's actually just a proper sending stone. You find also, let's see.
I'm gonna just cast Detect Magic and just walk around and see what picks up.
All right.
It's got his dagger counter out.
Yeah, pretty much. Money Finder.
Detecting magic. Let me pull out my.
Do I have access to that?
Actually, hold on.
That's just
Probably not.
holding right now, but with a richer sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So you find
Hopefully there are no candles.
you find a couple rings.
I'll just identify them if I
Okay,
find it.
so you find a ring of evasion and
Okay.
a ring of shooting stars.
Oh, I think I know what that.
Ooh.
You also find a hold up.
What's a ring of shooting stars?
Do, 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 do. Yep. Crap, I should have wrote it down. I thought I knew the name. You find a magically enchanted tome, which... Man, I'm sorry. Let me try to get out the
You
list.
good, fam?
Can you explain what those do when you have a moment?
Yeah.
Shooting stars,
And a ring of
cast
evasion.
dancing lights and lights. Can cast dancing lights and light from the ring at will as an action. Has 6 charges for the following other properties. The ring regains 1d6 expended charges daily at dawn. Has fairy fire, ball lightning.
Well, that's cool.
You can expend 1 charge as an action to cast fairy fire from the ring. Ball lightning, you can spend 2 charges as an action to create 1 to 4 3-foot diameter spheres of lightning. The more spheres you create, the less powerful each sphere is individually. 1 to 3 charges as an action to launch a glowing mote of light from the ring at a point you can see within 60 feet of you. Each creature within a 15-foot cube originating from that point is showered in sparks and must make a saving throw, taking 5d4 damage on a failing save, or half as much on a successful one.
Does it take attunement?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Attunement
Outdoors at night.
It's a fireworks show.
You also find a couple potions.
You said there was a tome?
Yeah, sorry. You get a tome with the title Tome of Leadership and Influence.
Oh, that's gonna be a charisma thing.
Yo!
So reading this book takes 48 hours in the period of 6 days. So you have to read it from start to finish in 6 days and it takes 48 hours. So that's the the kicker. But when you do, your charisma raises by 2. But the magic is lost and is regained a century later.
Sean, Scanlan had this.
He did.
That's freaking dope.
You also get a couple of potions. You get a potion of fire giant strength and a potion of mind reading.
This is also awesome.
And
So while the Zone of Truth is still up, you guys want to ask him anything else? That's just a general
I'm gonna wander
Since
back
there's
that
only
direction
one
with this list of things and carrying Grundy's hammer,
okay.
sort of struggling with its weight.
Kind of setting up this ladder, which is laying on the ground. You climb up with the hammer.
Take it.
He's still standing there upside down. You
Thank
kind of
you.
like let him dangle by one
Light
foot.
it up.
Yeah, I light it up, put it right next to his face. You know,
No.
that'll be fine.
Want to tell us about
Ground
this
squeeze.
list?
You found the list. Perfect. I was going to give that to you. Yes.
Darling, you can't lie.
Okay. That's it. I didn't mean to give that to you. Not at all. I'm sorry. The list.
Can I pick him up by the foot and just like hold him higher?
My question was, care to tell us about this list? The answer could be, no, I don't care to tell you about this list. So instead I wanted to ask you, tell us about this list.
So I'm gonna pick him up by the foot
I
and
let-
then
I
hold
lent
him in
you
front of
a
Copper.
foot. We both have a foot.
Yeah, except I'm holding him way
Noble of
higher
you.
than
He's a
Grundy.
little angled to
He's
this.
a little spread, but you know, he'll be fine.
They're all items crafted by the legendary dwarven smith Moradin before he ascended to godhood.
I thought you said this hammer was of gnomish make.
Lying will get you
Lies.
killed.
Silence is lies.
Silence is lies. He shrugged.
Well, he can't
I'm
intentionally lie, at
gonna
least.
not yet. Keep going. It's gonna be great.
Ask him what each one does.
I don't actually know. But I think I might have leads on where they could possibly be.
Is he lying?
Which I only can tell you if I'm alive. So be patient, please. I'm Colonel Clink. I
Question.
don't really know,
Do you know-
what else you would like to know.
I would just like you to know that I can blind you by the power of my god.
And I greatly appreciate that. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. Ask them what each of them are, what they do, and where they are.
Yes.
Pass suggestion, Chad, to make him a bit more
He's
malleable.
already under the zone of truth. He can't.
to talk at all.
This is true.
I'm gonna
just
just add to
Suggest is
that
a dope ass spell.
and calm emotions on top of that, and just make them think we're a friend.
I could find a steed.
Actually, I'm gonna give you guys disadvantage on those, bro. Because he's very much under duress.
I don't see why suggestion would have to be.
Is he hurt in any
We're
way?
not fighting him, and he's not injured in any way, shape, or
I
form.
was gonna say, if he's
Upside
hurt,
down
then
and
I
there's
could
a
probably
flaming
heal
hammer
him.
in his face. I
It's
think he
cold
understands he's under
outside.
some duress.
Yeah, we're warming
It doesn't
up.
have any influence with duress. If anything, suggestion makes him more under duress.
Whatever. He
It's
does
compelling
not.
him to tell us.
He's not calm, but he is suggested.
Okay,
Tell
well, that
us
was the more
what
important
you
one.
know.
If we kill him, I can always just bring him back to life and be like, "Hey, man, you ready to talk
Not
now?"
going to kill him.
I have Revivify. We can do it 3 times.
I don't think that's how it works.
I think that's exactly how it works, as long as you do it within a minute. Odin will understand.
I honestly am not entirely sure. I've known about these items for a while now. Could I please sit up?
Oh, look at the Slayer.
Just as long as someone has at least a hand on him.
I'm still
Don't let
holding
go
him.
of him. Just let
I'm
him
still
stay.
holding him.
We're blocking either side of the cave.
He
I'm-
can magically teleport.
It's true.
I'm still holding
Just
his
be
foot.
ready in case he does Dimension Door. I
Oh,
bet
wait,
I
that
bet
was-
counter spell.
That was another thing you noticed that I didn't describe. There's a temporary circle of teleportation in the room behind him. Yeah.
I'm holding his foot. So now he's not spread out as much. He's just got one foot up in the air, upside down.
Could I sit down now that we've all caught our breaths, as it were?
Wait, did I see that teleportation circle?
Yeah.
Can I just not destroy it, but damage it?
Yeah, he pretty much just.
Actually, I don't want to do that because we should probably get back to the city somehow.
Yeah.
Just for now, leave it be. We will.
I'll leave it be for now.
I'm gonna
The
set him
fact that
down,
he's using
and
this
then I'm
means
gonna
he doesn't
pull
have
out
something
some
like Dimension Door right available.
Chid. I'm gonna set him down, and then I'm going to tie his little hands behind his back, and then I'm going to tie his little feet together.
Oh wow, that is
I'm gonna
quite.
prop him up against the wall.
thorough.
You don't live as long as I do if you're not thorough.
Now that we're all comfortable,
Is Zone of Truth still up?
That's
So long as it lasts.
10 minutes.
yeah,
Then
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
so.
it's
Alright.
coming. It's coming to a close.
Alright.
But he's now suggested to tell us what he knows, so he's kind of got to.
Yeah.
I honestly am not quite sure. I've known these artifacts have existed for a while, but and I would very much like to possess them. But I've been, I suppose you could say, getting fed information indirectly through dreams. Imagine that.
I can't imagine that. Go on.
Who's feeding the information?
My
Just
my
keep
dreams,
talking.
Master Slayer. My dreams. I don't necessarily remember them. I get vague morsels of information every once in a while. They told me one of the artifacts was nearby, and by all means to acquire it.
Were you on any mind-altering substances while you had these dreams?
Just the occasional Toby, but I mean everybody.
Cousin,
I'm not judging you.
Do you know who sends you these dreams?
His face goes pallid, very pale, and no,
Is he lying?
it's vague whispers through the dark. It's I don't know. I don't know.
Do you know why they send you these dreams? What do they want you to do with these objects?
I'm assuming they'd like me to give them to them. I'm not sure. I'm just a merchant.
Mr. DM, sir.
Yes.
Can I do like a check to see if there's like anything kind of like possessed, not possessed per se, but are there any like spirits accompanying this person that I could pick up vibes on?
Pick up vibes on. How do you?
I don't know, like a. I think I've got an aura thing for that. Or that.
Yeah, you have a thing for that.
Yeah, I'd like to do that thing. Hold on. Which one is it? There's like a ton of stuff.
Okay.
Can I? Maybe I'm high.
No, all paladins have it. You can see any kind of fiend, fae, undead, anything, even if it's invisible or whatever, within, I think, 30 feet of you.
Yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna, channel divinity.
Okay. As soon as you do, you guys kind of feel like this warm like the temperature of the room rises for a little bit and suddenly drops, like almost colder than outside, about 15 degrees. And you hear this voice, like all of you, kind of ringing out of his mouth for a second. Do not meddle!
Okay, yeah.
You just hear like the sound of like breaking glass almost shatters.
Getting the heck rid of that guy.
Your new gnomish friend like falls cold on the ground for a second, like starts like spasming for a second.
Hold on. I can fix this. I know how to fix this. Frantically looks through book. I have a thing for this. Is it lay on hands?
That would heal him. I think you can use 5 points to end like a disease or something.
Yeah, I can spend 5 hit points from my...
Or you
Protection
can do that,
and good do anything, Chad?
It might.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
In response, I'm gonna do this since I have the spell available.
Oh, I have that as well. Well, I'd like to cast that,
Okay,
actually.
roll a your spellcasting skill. Just a check.
Mirror.
Intellect.
Okay, you shoot, like, you cast Protection from Good of Evil, which kind of shoots out, like, a slight bubble of light, and it begins to push down, like, some heavy force is weighing down on it, and eventually it pushes out once again, and the cave is in sudden and dead, complete silence. The gnomish figure stops his convulsing. You can feel you can see a shallow breathing on him, so he's still alive. Currently unconscious.
I'm gonna do lay on hands, and I'm gonna heal his. I don't know. I'm gonna heal him for 10 hit points because I'm running out of my lay on hands healing.
And that is where we'll pick it up next week.
Sweet.
Can you give us a list of those items?
Yeah.
I have it here. Ring of Evasion, Ring of Shooting Stars, Tome of Leadership and Influence.
No, I'm talking about the things on the list.
Oh, right.
Oh, by the way, who wants those?
What was?
They're both attunement, so I don't really want them. But
I don't
Wait,
really have a
what are
particular
the
need for
things?
the
What is
ring.
the ring of?
I like the potion, the fire giant potion.
Wait, what are the rings?
Okay, that'll go to you then.
Chris,
Ring of Evasion and Ring of
what's ring
Shooting
of
stars.
evasion?
Shooting Stars.
What does ring of evasion do?
It gives you evasion 3 times a day.
The ring has 3
I'll take the ring of
charges.
shooting stars if no one wants it.
When you fail a dexterity check, you can. Oh yeah, because we're just gonna give you magic items because we totally know you.
You guys, I'm trying. I'm sorry I'm so bad at introductions. Like,
I'm just saying, according to
It's
an
just
RP
roleplay, but we can.
it's so
You don't-
awkward
you don't wanna
introducing
let
new
Jenny-
characters. But I'm so bad at it.
Ring of Evasion. This ring has 3 charges. It regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. When you fail a dexterity saving throw while wearing it, you can use your reaction to expend 1 of its charges to succeed on the throw instead.
Sweet.
So it's actually not
Who wants that?
the evasion ability. You just succeed failed checks, like dexterity
Okay.
checks. Saving
Um,
Oh, I've got
like,
pretty
like
solid.
like the log trap. You could have succeeded on that.
I might need that actually, but it's fine. Figure something out.
no,
Oh,
no,
crap.
that would be particularly useful for me.
Copper, do you want the potion of mind reading?
Would be useful.
Okay, that goes to you then.
The ring. Let's see. Yeah, so
I
the ring,
wanted to
the ring
use some
does
smites
require
today.
attunement.
Yeah, both of them do. The shooting stars thing is awesome though, if someone wants it.
I want it. But I don't think y'all are gonna give it to me anytime soon.
Well, if Grundy doesn't want it, then sure.
Sweet.
Well, it's like, it has little, like, mini, like, fireballs. Oh, okay then. Okay, I'm fine giving it to Tyga.
Tyra.
No, I'm giving
Tyra.
no.
Okay.
Trade off for the ring is that I'm calling you Tyga forever.
Fine. Fine.
Yeah, you guys all get 3,000 XP for today.
If I want it to be what? It won't come?
If I
3,000 XP for today, bros.
Fine, then it's Tira. I'm not sure. I just read it, and that's how. 3,000
Is
XP?
that 3,000 each?
Yeah, 3,000 each.
How much is it? 3,000
Yeah.
even? Just 3,000 even?
Yeah.
I don't suppose there's any way I can tempt you to do a little bit more?
How much is a little bit more?
No. Wasn't he late?
No, I was on time.
Wow, Jenny.
I was here early,
Jenny,
so
Make friend points.
I'm not good at making friend points. I'm a freaking badass from cold areas.
I don't need friends. I'm badass.
I don't need friends. I can fly for a minute and then I'll
I
fall
can
to the
fly.
ground.
For a hot minute.
Does anyone want the tome? Because that's kind of awesome, but no one.
Now, the
really
tome is
uses
awesome, and I
charisma.
don't want to be the one to ask for it, but it would be cool.
I would want that, but I feel like oh, you're talking to your boyfriend. Damn it. Oh, yeah, sorry. My bad. I mean, I need the charisma buff though. My
No, you
charisma's...
don't. You're a paladin, woman.
Oh wait, no, my charisma's +4. Never mind.
Yeah, you don't get it. It really depends on.
If we had a warlock, it would go to them, but we don't.
I almost played a warlock.
What else is charisma used for? Because I have +3 charisma right now.
Well, talk
Somebody
to
have-
people.
Bards and warlocks use it for spellcasting, but other than that, it's
I
just
use it for
speech.
spellcasting. Charisma is my
don't.
spell. Yes, I do, chat.
Not as a paladin, and my name is
Yes,
not
it
Chad, woman.
is. My spellcasting ability is charisma.
No, as a paladin, it's wisdom.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Don't woman me. It might be actually wisdom. Hold on. No, it's not. No.
Yes,
Can't
it
imagine.
is.
It's my... Okay, my spell save DC is my proficiency bonus plus my charisma modifier. My spell attack
That's-
modifier
That's
is
your
my
spell
proficiency...
save DC.
However, charisma is my spellcasting ability for my paladin spell, since their power derives from the strength of my convictions. Suck
As a
it.
paladin,
Yes, I just... You gonna argue with me? Are you going to argue with me?
Okay.
I kind
That
of
was-
want to. I don't believe you.
I'll look it up.
To prepare or cast a spell, a paladin must have a charisma score equal to or at least 10 plus the spell level. The difficulty class for saving throw against a paladin spell is the spell level plus 10 plus the paladin's charisma modifier. So yes, it looks like charisma is the modifier.
Boom.
Okay.
But then do we want to boost someone who has low charisma?
Who's got heckin' low charisma? Freaking Aethys. Chat, can we please fix my spell sheet now?
If you lose some of the righteous fury, yeah.
This is Jenny's
I will try.
spellcasting ability. It should
I'm a
go
pal-
to her.
wait,
600
Righteous Fury
XP.
is my thing.
You can wait till next